It is now time for the dumb.
I saw the thumbnail change.
You just saw it change to your fucking face.
I had to pull up all the streams.
Okay, it is time. Hello, welcome back to the Zcast.
Hello there.
We did another episode after we said we were back. I told you we were back. I didn't lie. There's more here, bro. Nice format. Thank you. This is the same format we've had for the same four
the
episodes.
format of what?
It's
now.
different. It's different because me and Doc is there staring at
That's
it.
not a different form. That's a. If anything, the format got worse because of that.
Everyone's staring at the chat in this.
But anyway, it is
It got
time.
slightly
The only thing we are really talking about today is E3, which hence the title of the stream. And yeah, overall though, E3 2021, kind of disappointing, but you know,
A little bit.
It's half and half, honestly.
it wasn't like too bad, but like
There
it
wasn't
definitely
much
wasn't
that
like
good.
it definitely wasn't like amazing.
The only good shows was Nintendo and Microsoft.
Yeah, and even then with Microsoft, I have things to say about that one, but we'll get there. We have to talk about every show. Then by every show,
What? We're talking about Capcom?
no, I mean, well, then by every show, I mean we're only talking about like 4.
The important ones, everybody.
I'm not gonna
dude,
buy
Fonda.
Razer
The
laptops.
Yeah, sadly,
No, no.
Verizon didn't make the cut for us to talk about them. Sadly,
Do you put whatever we're talking about like on the stream as like a image or something? Like how
no,
you
because it's a
normally do these?
podcast. They can't see
Well,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to listen
You-
to it,
but-
dog.
Okay.
Welcome to our sponsors, guys.
You think you think we have you think this podcast is high quality enough for us to have visual aids, dog?
You know our production.
Yeah,
budget,
look at Cam on the layout.
Come on now.
I've seen the budget, and it goes by the name of Libatina.
Exactly.
Sponsored us from Libertina. That's our sponsor.
We don't know who the fucking Zcast sponsored ad is. It's just some person. I think I know who it is, but I don't want to
Our
say.
I
sponsor-
have no
sponsor-
idea who it is.
Hello, welcome to sponsored by Razer.
No, we're not. We could get in trouble for that. You shut your mouth.
Don't say we're sponsored by anybody.
Anyway, let's start off with Ubisoft because no one else is gonna talk about Ubisoft, so we might as well talk about Ubisoft.
They showed Far Cry 6, right?
I actually
I think
I
so.
actually have some
You see-
mouthful because I'm like I think the only serious like probably Rainbow Six player in this.
I mean, I
So-
played it, but I
what
didn't- I
what
didn't
they
kill the
show what
show.
Ubisoft showed off: Rainbow Six Extraction, Rocksmith Plus, Riders Republic, Rainbow Six Siege, more updates to games they have already released, Just Dance
Just
2022,
Let's
Oh
go.
my god, I forgot about that. one.
Assassin's Creed
The biggest
Valhalla.
thing probably here is Mario Rabbids.
Yeah, the Siege of Paris, Far Cry 6, Mario and Rabbids, and then they showed the Avatar game. No, not the good Avatar, the blue people.
Oh, wait, there's a game for that now?
Oh,
apparently.
I didn't realize that's what people are talking about.
No, for anything. There's 3 more
thought they
movies
meant,
coming
like-
out.
I just saw somebody in the
Yeah.
comments
This-
talking about DLC before the game even comes out. That's Ubisoft, all right.
Yeah, I know. I don't get. I'm making one movie. You make another 3, like instantly. You have too much confidence.
It's too much because honestly, Avatar as a movie, if you took away all like the fantastic visuals, it was a pretty shitty movie. Like it was like pretty bare bones and basic.
What, the Blue People movie?
Yeah, like it's a pretty basic ass
Oh my
movie.
God.
It
Isn't that
was a
movie
good
like
movie. It was a
3
good movie at
hours?
the time.
I sat
Yes,
down
it is a
as
very
kid.
long movie.
I sat down as a kid when that movie came out on Blu-ray and watched it because my uncle really wanted me to watch it with him. So I did, and I was really excited for it for some reason. And then like an hour into the movie, I was falling asleep. I was actually falling asleep.
I mean,
It's just
I
basically
I
a
think
CGI
I did
test.
fall
That's
asleep
all
and
it
woke
is.
up.
it
Yeah.
was, but I mean,
It was
I-
so
I did-
boring.
I like
I
the-
don't
The
know.
worst Smurfs movie.
I like that.
I liked it a little bit. I like the military stuff, but because like the spawning wars, and all
It
that,
just
but
felt
nothing else I didn't care
generic.
about.
But apparently they're making a game. I think my problem with Ubisoft is Tom Clancy. It's Tom Clancy the conference. That's really all it is.
So they're
Like,
making another game because there's already an Avatar game that exists from 2009.
I mean, that's probably a
But,
shitty movie tie-in. This
yeah.
is they're actually trying to make an actual game. I'm pretty sure. But anyway,
I mean, it's gonna be tie-in too, but a new one's coming out in 2022.
Toast, you want to be the
Twenty-three.
Rainbow Six person?
Okay. So basically, they're making an entire separate game for Rainbow Six Extraction. That event that came out like 2 years ago, I think.
It
And,
was
I forget the year that the
16? It
original.
was 16. It was 2017.
Oh.
I mean, I played it.
Yeah, I
remember
fucking
it.
played that too. But they're making an entire separate game, considering that a lot of people actually loved it. I mean, I was one of the ones that found it really cool. Like, I found it really cool. Like, it has its own like story it follows. And I believe that the main characters in that are gonna be Ella, Lion. I forget honestly the rest of them, but I know
So,
they
okay. I'll let you
they
go.
basically are having a whole different game for that now, and I'm kind of excited for it. I mean, it's probably it's gonna be probably $60, but I mean, not much we could do about that. I mean that's kind of basically it. They really didn't show off much besides just it exists and it's probably gonna be an entire separate game entirely. And then for Siege updates, they're changing out like everything. They're changing UI. They're gonna do a lot of big changes to the game upcoming in a few months. So that's kind of cool. So if you play Siege, then that's something to look forward to if you missed it.
Oh, they added the Ninja Turtles to Brawlhalla. I
Yeah,
forgot
I
about
know.
that. That was an
I-
announcement too.
The Ninja Turtles, of
I
course.
think
Of
they
course.
added Sledge too. They added Sledge and a Thatcher. I'm pretty sure. I think those are the other two they added.
Like that was the one thing I forgot to mention. So
The Ninja Turtles.
So that's kind of yeah, it's, I mean, see, it's probably cool for people who like Rainbow Six Siege and stuff, but that's kind of my problem with Ubisoft's conference. It targets to like one group, and then it's like, I mean, if you didn't like that, then sorry, that's it.
I mean, I like Rainbow Six Siege, but I stopped playing all the time.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, if you don't play the Tom Clancy games, if you don't know who
Yeah.
Tom Clancy is, you're not gonna enjoy this conference.
I
'cause
want the good Tom Clancy games.
Yeah, so that's all you really.
Give
I
me
mean, unless you
Splinter
wanna,
Cell back.
unless you wanna talk about Just Dance, which even barely showed up.
No.
Honestly, they just showed it and was like, "Look, it's here," and then they left.
Give me the Splinter Cell.
I mean, what are they gonna talk?
There's
It's just
nothing
like
different
20
about
I mean,
it.
I mean, I'm
songs
glad
and
they didn't. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't spend too long, but I
It-
don't
it-
know why
it-
they brought it up.
Now
Yeah,
new
I don't know.
songs from Jerry Reach the Box.
Mario and Rabbids look cool though.
The
Yeah.
the trailer for it was so.
I don't know. I don't like
didn't
how
either.
like serious they're taking this series.
Yeah, that's what.
I saw
Yeah,
a cursed image of a Luma rabbit.
Yeah.
Was that real?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
real.
Yeah, that's real.
That's real.
real.
I don't.
sadly.
They're like okay.
OC.
No, it's not an OC.
It's OC is Bowsette. Bowsette OC.
Oh, you mean that one? No, that's not Bowsette. I don't know
yeah.
what the fuck that is. But see, it's like
no.
the first game was fine in my opinion. Like it's a good game. It's a fun game. But like
the actual gameplay is good. As
I-
dumb as
I
the
don't wa-
idea of Mario and Rabbids being together.
I don't want
actual
this to
game
be a
is-
series. I really don't. I wanted
it's
Mario
pretty
and Rabbids
cursed.
to just be that one weird game that Nintendo did back on the
It'll
Switch
become its own
that
canon,
ended up
dude.
being they ended up being
no.
pretty good, and that was it. I don't want Mario and Rabbids to be the series that Nintendo starts to support because I'm like, I don't want this.
We're getting a Mario and
This
Rabbids
is the
trilogy.
cursed
It's gonna
timeline.
happen.
I don't want a
Trilogy.
trilogy. Right next.
No.
I mean,
The
hey,
Mario Rabbids
it'll
trilogy.
give Ubisoft something else to announce each year
And then,
besides
like
Tom
10
Clancy.
years down the line, everyone's like, "Man, where's the Rabbids trilogy port?"
It'll give Ubisoft something else to talk about.
When are we gonna
so
get
I'll give them
DDLC
credit.
Rabbids?
No. See,
stop.
someone made a good point that I felt was interesting. They said they would rather have instead of just making more Mario and Rabbids, if they had the Rabbids just be like with other Nintendo games. Like if the next one was like
Yeah.
Zelda and Rabbids or fucking Kirby plus
God,
Rabbids.
Zelda
Yo.
I love that.
I was like,
Kirby.
I'd rather have that. I feel like it'd be,
Bro,
and
how
if they,
about,
and it doesn't
how
have
about-
to be like XCOM. It could be like a different play style of game. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, it
Zelda
could be
and Rabbids.
interesting.
Or how about like
that would be
Pokemon
interesting.
and then Rabbids?
That would be
How would
interesting.
that work?
I want Kirby and Rabbids.
It's like I would like
Just
that.
Kirby, but with a rabbit's face.
Mario was cursed enough. We don't need Zelda.
Ew.
Y'all really acting like there wasn't a Sonic Lost World Zelda crossover. Like, y'all acting like
Aw.
Y'all acting like Zelda has more class than Mario, and there's fucking been as much Zelda
No.
crossovers as there's been Mario.
I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, see, but it
Yeah, I have no idea
happened.
what you're talking about.
There was a lot. There was a
Number
crossover with
one,
Sonic
I
Lost
just had to
World.
Look this up.
Yeah,
Where-
Skyward Sword.
Yeah, Skyward
that one.
Sword. That happened.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember
What?
that.
They also
I'm
shoved
Googling
Link in
this, I
Soul
need to see
Calibur too.
What the-
I don't remember
Oh, yeah, they
that.
did.
I don't remember
Oh
that.
wait, I think I
I
remember,
remember
seeing this
that.
on store shelves.
How do you not remember
Yeah,
Link?
I
how do you-
remember this.
How do you not remember Link being shoved into Soul Calibur 2 still? That's
Oh,
like the
this-
main
I- I-
reason
I-
everyone
I-
played
I-
that game.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing Link on the
The
Soul
only reason.
Calibur
This is
Yeah.
box in
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
you know, yeah, no,
in like
Link.
a store.
But he
and I
wasn't
was like,
Sonic.
why is Link on this?
It's always a guest character in every Soul Calibur. Because you have
There's always a guest
Darth
character
Vader.
in Soul Calibur 2. Yeah, was Link for the
Yeah,
GameCube
Link,
version.
Yeah, Link, Darth Vader,
GameCube
and you had and
version.
Yoda.
Oh, yeah, it was
you
the GameCube
had
version.
Darth Vader was a different game. These are all for different Soul Caliburs.
Yeah, yeah. You had what's the other one? I think you had we had
Right now, it's like
Geralt.
Geralt, which is like
Yes,
a very
Geralt.
it's kind of a flaccid pick compared to the rest of them.
Yeah,
honestly.
you had Lloyd at one
Flaccid.
point. You
Oh
had
my
Lloyd at
God,
one
dog.
point.
You
Lloyd
jump
Irvin.
from fucking Link
What the
and
Yeah, that
fucking
image is
Darth
real.
Vader to fucking that. Yeah. Anyway, enough Soul
like, we have
Calibur.
Lloyd.
Fucking enough Soul Calibur talk. Yeah,
Doc just
Ubisoft
sent
didn't
a
have.
picture of the Skyward Sword Sonic.
Yeah, I know. It's an old thing. I thought you
The
all
funny
knew
thing
this.
is,
I
the map
didn't
they're
know about
using
it,
is
no.
Twilight Princess.
But that's enough of
Oh,
that. That's enough. Oh, Steel's dead. That's Ubisoft killed him.
He died.
He was killed by Ubisoft.
GG.
That's enough of that, though. Ubisoft's conference, they shouldn't have probably had one. They should have just, like, announced what they wanted to talk about. Oh, we didn't talk about Far Cry 6. It sure does look like Far Cry. That's all I have to say. That's what I've
Far
said
Cry,
about... That's what I've said
Yeah,
about every Far Cry game after 3. It's just, oh, it looks like Far Cry for sure.
I have a feeling that a lot of people say that like a lot of games, a lot of like people say that like past the like you guys have probably noticed like when it comes to the number 3 with games, it's always either they're best, they're worst.
Yeah, they don't get
or,
any
you
better
know,
than 3.
Yeah, they don't get any better than what that was. I
I
mean,
played
Far
through all of 4,
Games
but
should
because I
end
never
with
played
the
3, I
trilogy.
thought it was a good game.
Yeah,
That's
I've
usually
always
how it
wanted
is.
to play.
So it's
I
Snapple's
remember
Brawl is
watching
the
somebody
best.
playing Far
If
Cry.
if people
at
if
some point. I
someone
wanted to
went
play
and
it.
bought Far Cry 6 as their first Far Cry game, they'd probably love it. But if anybody who played Far Cry 3 played Far Cry 6, they probably wouldn't see much that was new.
I mean, I think Far Cry 4 is pretty good.
Yeah, but again, it's like it's not like it wasn't that much different than what you could do
Yeah,
in
that's
3.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the problem. It's like they peaked with 3, so every game afterwards just kind of becomes 3.
I mean, people say they beat that too sometimes.
Or 2, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Far Cry sure is Far Cry. But yeah, Ubisoft, they shouldn't have had a conference.
now Xbox, right? Is that that's the next one?
Yeah.
Like should we get the elephant in the room out of the way first? Just to
Who's
the-
that?
just to can we
Bandai?
get can we get the people who
Capcom?
made Mega Man Soccer out the way first?
I wasn't aware of that.
That's an SNES game. We don't talk about Mega Man Soccer,
Great.
but because I mean their conference, there's like nothing to talk about with Capcom, so I feel like we should get them out the way. Capcom announced on Twitter they were gonna only really be talking about 4 games, and they sure as hell only talked about 4
really
games.
They did not disappoint in that regard. They got us.
The weird part is they said they were gonna talk about Resident Evil Village. They barely talked about Resident Evil Village.
Literally, all they did is they showed that DLC is in the works for Resident Evil
DLC is
Village.
happening.
And they were like,
Yeah.
it's out!
Yeah.
It sure is!
I'm pretty sure they said they weren't gonna make DLC.
You
for
want
this time.
pants
If
in
people
Monster
wanted it, they just
Hunter?
did it now.
Yeah, they said by popular demand, development has started on additional DLC for Resident Evil
other
Village.
than that, they showed a normal ass trailer. It was
More,
like-
more info later. That was
More
it.
info later.
That
Why
was-
even bother? At that point,
Just
why
put out a
even
tweet.
bother
Just put out a tweet
announcing
that
it?
says that.
Yeah.
They fucking Metroid Prime 4'd everybody. They just showed something on screen and said, okay, goodbye.
You Bayonetta.
What's even the point?
Yeah, they Bayonetta 3'd everyone.
Metroid's getting something. Bayonetta's
just-
not.
It's like but unlike with Metroid Prime or Bayonetta, where you could just show a title and make people actually care. You can't just show me that you're making DLC and make me actually
Yeah,
care.
it's
That's why
not
they
even
showed,
like
like-
it's not even like a title card. It's literally like
Your Resident
a
Evil Village.
screen
I don't
that
care.
has like a little like a sentence on it.
I mean, Breath of
It's
Wild
like
did
a
the same
tweet,
thing.
but it's being shown in a video.
Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild did the same thing though.
Yeah, but Breath of the Wild has an
They
actual
showed-
name to it. That's what I'm saying. It has an actual thing to make people be like, ooh, a new Zelda. Resident Evil 8, a good game and it's all right. I don't think many people are gonna be like, yeah, DLC.
Think about this. If Nintendo was like, take a look at this, and then they showed you like a picture with words on it that said Breath of the Wild 2 is coming at some point, and that's all they showed.
I'm pretty
People
sure-
would be
I'm
like,
pretty-
why
No,
would you
no,
bother
no,
doing
no,
that?
no, no, no. That's worth it. That's worth it because
What?
that's no,
It's just
because
a screen that says
because
things.
Monica, because that's Breath of the Wild, a game that is very critically acclaimed. Resident Evil 8, not saying it was a bad game, but it wasn't exactly a game that you're gonna like tell your grandkids about either.
No, like it's just
But
another
I'm
game in the
saying,
Resident
like,
Evil
is it
franchise.
worth even like
My point
bothering
is
to
there are
do
some.
that
My point
right
is
now?
like, for example, Smash Brothers. Smash Bros announces they're having a fighters pass. Everyone kind of freaks out because of how much content is already in the game. Resident Evil Village is still decently a short game, so to even
Yeah.
say that you're giving DLC isn't really saying much. Like you'd have to show something of the DLC to get people excited. Resident Evil didn't have that much staying power to get people to freak out about it. It was my problem here. Like Cam said, they could have easily just made a tweet and gotten the same reaction.
Like, oh,
I'm just
cool.
saying, it's gonna.
All right,
People are gonna
anything
freak
else?
out when you find out the DLC. is
They
just a
could have
Peach
said
outfit.
they could have said like it's gonna
Oh my
they could have
God,
been like
really?
they could have been like, oh, it's gonna focus more on fucking the baby
Chris.
fetus in the fucking basement, like, and it would have got people more excited. But they didn't say
We're gonna
anything.
learn about his lore.
Yeah, what
I'm-
do you know
I'm-
about
See,
him?
it's 4 minutes long.
The DLC is probably the same as like
yeah.
as 6. Do you have a Chris DLC again?
You get to play as the fetus.
I already did that.
Ethan.
I already
Yeah.
did that.
Anyway, they talked about that. Then they talked about Monster Hunter Dragon Stories, which this game is in every conference, so we might as well talk about it
Yeah,
here.
that's what I say that too.
Like,
The
this-
number of times we've seen this.
This
game.
goddamn game has been in any E3 conference it can sneak it. That and Life is Strange remastered.
Oh,
Both
and you guys
of
see
those
the, you guys see the
games.
controversy about Life is Strange Remastered?
That has controversy.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
the reason, well, it has like some controversy because there's screenshots that were leaked out about it that like it's like seeing like the graphical enhancements or whatever, and one of the graphical enhancements was that their hair blowed, like a hair fucking went wild in the wind when the tornado was happening.
What?
Like lighting, I guess, looks a bit better. And people are like, this isn't really a remake, but I mean,
Oh yeah.
what much can you remake about a Telltale game that
Wait,
would, like, you know?
wait. People are getting upset about it.
Making
Yeah.
it Unreal.
Wait,
Like,
I
put an
thought.
Unreal Engine
wait,
onto
Are
it.
they getting upset because of like an art style change? Like,
Wait,
y-
but
no.
wait,
Because
but
it's
Yeah, wait, I
been
thought,
changed.
wait,
isn't
but
Life
it's
is,
not-
isn't that game like a different Life is Strange game? It's
no,
not,
no,
like, the
no,
original,
but
isn't it?
wait, no, wait. They're getting mad about the remake. It's not a remake. It's a remaster. What are they expecting?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, I don't
remaster.
get it.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
So, I've seen
I
that
was,
too, though, yeah,
I,
they're getting
I was
upset.
like,
Understanding
it's
the
called
difference.
it's called remaster. Remasters don't change
Here, I'll
that
pull up a-
much.
I could pull up a
No, they
picture
don't.
for you.
Yeah.
they-
No,
Why
It's
don't-
one of
I've
the-
why
seen
don't
that
people
too.
They're gonna
understand the difference?
They're gonna fucking sit there and be like, it's not as good as the Spyro remake. It's like Spyro was a
Didn't
full-on
completely
remake.
Do it all.
You can't do
Spyro was
no,
a
no one
remake.
understands the difference between a remake.
I thought the only controversy with the game was that it kept showing up when it wasn't
here.
when it wasn't invited.
Here's just an example. Put it in this there. That's just an example of what it looks like.
Original remaster. Yeah, that's what a remaster does. What?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, people don't like
People
it.
people were freaking out about that. Like how
Dude.
Oh,
You
that's
don't like
weird.
this?
Hold on,
Oh,
I need to like really look at this for a
That's
second.
like quite
Her- her-
literally
her-
what a
her- her mo- her
remaster
face
does.
It
model is
still looks
different.
better.
Her face
Well,
model
Like,
is
I'll-
different.
I'll
depth-
show
the
the
depth
I'll
of
show the
field
picture
looks
on
better.
stream for you. I'll show
The
the
textures
picture.
look better.
I'll
The
show the picture
polygon
on stream
count
for
looks
you,
better.
chat.
But
The
that's about it.
polygon count, of course.
But
Yeah, the
her-
hair
her
looks
fa-
better.
her
Yeah,
face model
like
is
it looks
different, that's
better, but
weird.
like I don't get why people were so angry about it.
Her-
It's-
the
I mean,
different
Because
model.
people are
I
weird.
think people, like I said, I think it's the fact that some people don't know the difference between a remake and a remaster.
Yeah.
Because I've
I
seen
think
a
the
lot
eyes
of people.
look better. They're not as fucking dead.
Because, like, for example, a good remaster is like Wind Waker HD. That's a good remaster.
Yeah,
A bad
that was good.
remaster is Skyward Sword for the Switch. That game is physically unchanged. Have you seen those?
Yeah,
Like,
they
have you
just
noticed
added the
that?
Switch controllers? And
Have
it's
you
like,
noticed
oh, it's a whole
that
remaster.
with Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, they kept showing them side by side, but with the Skyward Sword one, they haven't done that once because they know damn
You
well
know
that
why.
is the same
Wait.
game.
Are they selling it as a remaster? I thought they were selling it as a port.
They're selling it as HD, Skyward Sword HD,
To be
that was a
fair, they
What?
did up the resolution and the frame rate.
by like
very-
a,
that's
but
all they
so it's very
But-
minimal changes.
It's a very technical way of-
Runs at 60. 3 ones at 60 or 50.
I was gonna say, wasn't the Wii already running it at 60?
I don't
The Wii
think
U
so.
did. No, the Wii did. The Wii U did.
It
Wii
wasn't
might
on the
have.
Wii U.
Yes,
Well, you can
was.
play it on the
Ported-
Wii U.
ported-
Oh, you can play it. Oh, wait, what, the Wii U
Because
version
the Wii U is
actually-
just a Wii.
The Wii U
Yeah,
version
I was
actually made
ported
it go
over.
higher.
Might have.
Yeah, it's ported over. I was just ported over. I'm pretty sure.
Well, no, it
Like,
wasn't.
you
No,
know
on the Wii, it wasn't ported over on the Wii U. It was straight up. You would have to use backwards compatibility for the Wii U.
You know, pretty much any Wii game could be played on the Wii U.
Well, yeah, I know that, but because from what I remember, no games like got changed for their FPS
No.
caps because of
Yeah,
that.
I don't
No,
know.
yeah,
I
no.
don't- I
The,
don't
the
know
way
about
the way the Wii U handles Wii games is it
I am
basically
looking
uses
at it.
like a Wii, like it's almost
Yeah.
like an emulator
I am looking
where
at.
like
Oh, sorry,
you have to
continue.
go you have to go to like the Wii menu to like select the game and stuff. Like it's basically emulated. It doesn't enhance anything about the Wii
I mean,
games.
the other thing that they, I guess, improved, if you want to like look into it, is like the motion controls. Like they're obviously going to be way better than
Yeah.
they were back then,
And it's
which is like a big plus.
Yeah, 'cause looking at the comparison right now, it's definitely just the game just looks clearer. But I think the point still stands that people are trying to make. Like, it just looks like they upscaled it and then was like, okay, now pay $60. Like, compared to the
60
other
bucks.
Zelda games where you could look at them visually and be like, oh yeah, they changed a lot. It's like, this one, you're just kind of like, what the fuck did they do?
You know what I am kind of pissed about? How they do that with like remasters. They're like, oh yeah, let's upscale the game and then sell it for full price. But actual full-fledged remakes don't even get sold for full price a lot of the time.
Well, that's
Like the
because that's
Spyro
Nintendo. Well, that's
remake.
Nintendo. Well, that's Nintendo, and
Nintendo
I
always
know
resells
that's
everything
I
for
know
full
it's
price.
Nintendo, but I'm just saying that's stupid.
That's more of a Nintendo problem. But yeah, I agree.
They just need a.
I think somebody donated 60
Like,
bucks. I'm seeing people talk about
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna talk about. Usually, what we do is we like take a break to look at all the donations. Like, probably once we're done talking about Capcom, I'll start talking about the donations we've gotten. But
Alright, so-
fucking shit. What was I gonna say? Life. We were gonna talk. Oh my god, no one wants to talk about Monster Hunter stories, guys. We gotta talk
Okay,
about Monster
okay.
Hunter stories.
I mean, I don't
Maybe
mind talking
Pokemon.
about it because I actually like Monster Hunter a lot.
There
but,
is,
like,
but there is something weird I find about the game though, which is I think we're gonna get to it when we get to Xbox and Bethesda. But fucking, so like, is there a reason that like Tails and Monster Hunter just like switched games?
I don't know why.
Because the new Monster Hunter game looks like a Tails game, and the new Tails game looks like a Monster Hunter game. And I don't know what the fuck
Wait,
happened.
Wait, which Monster Hunter are we talking about? The
Stories,
one, like,
the one that's at every conference. Where you raise them and they're like Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah, I
literally
want that. I
Pokemon.
want to play that. That game looks fun.
It's like it's Monster Hunter, but it's an
You're the
RPG, which I don't know how
I
that's
like
gonna
that.
work. That looks very
It
different
reminds
to
me-
Monster Hunter
It's-
usually.
It reminds me of like Fossil Fighters, and I want to play it.
I mean, it
I'm
looks like
excited for it.
It looks like it could be like
It's
it
whole
looks like a
different
good
style
game.
of game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this entirely like? Can you still call this Monster Hunter?
Yeah, I wouldn't say like bad or anything, but it's just not the same style.
Bro, they
even.
saw Game Freak slipping on the Switch, so they were like, "Bro, we about to
Yo.
capitalize.
Right?
That's what I like. 'Cause it doesn't look like
We
Monster
about
Hunter.
to capitalize,
Bro,
bro."
they are though. They
yeah,
really
it's
are.
all
though.
turn-based. All Monster Hunter stories is
I don't,
turn-based.
I don't know if it's like the new Tails game or the Monster Hunter game.
Bro, I want to take care
Steel
of
is
my
actually
monsters.
confused.
All right. Oh yeah, they
Steals
keep.
the-
Oh
both the
yeah,
games are like what is what.
they fucking call them Monsties. I don't know how I feel about that.
I
Uh,
want to
that, I
take care of my
can't, I
monsters,
couldn't.
bro.
Wait,
There's-
60.
I want
Yeah,
them.
There's a
It sounds so
difference.
cute.
There's a difference for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know why there's a difference, and I don't want to know the story. But yeah, they showed that game, which again, the fact that that game was shown literally at every fucking conference kind of makes that showing it here kind of pointless. And then
Listen,
they
Ranger.
and then they showed that if you have they showed fucking free title updates. Monster Hunter Stories is gonna have an update for about Monster Hunter Rise, and Monster Hunter Rise is gonna have an update for Monster Hunter Stories. And,
Yeah, you get a layered armor and some other stuff.
and then they talked about the Great Ace Attorney.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, they talked about more DLC for Monster Hunter Rise. And then they talked about Ace Attorney, and then that was it.
Yep.
I mean, if you like the Great Ace Attorney, they showed a lot about that. But like, it's Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Did you really need a gameplay demonstration of Ace Attorney?
Yeah, I was about to say, that. Yeah, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna show gameplay, but there's gonna be spoilers." I'm like, "Why? Why is it worth spoiling the game for this gameplay that literally is just
Because
like
they had nothing
clicker.
else.
It's literally like, what do you think? And you click an option.
So basically,
like,
oh yeah,
more
then esports. Who could
gameplay.
forget? Yeah, then they started just talking about esports. So basically, Capcom, even worse than Ubisoft. I think a lot of people said they had the worst conference. Which, yeah,
I know
I'd say
Bondi.
they
That
did.
goes to Bondi now. I
Oh,
don't care.
oh yeah. Well, we'll see. Yeah, Bandai just showed one game. I'm pretty sure we're not even talking about them. Like they just showed one game. Oh fuck! I forgot. Shit! I have to pull up their video because actually I just forgot. There's one conference we forgot. I kept talking about the
Let's
worst
go.
conferences.
It's about the Razer.
I forgot
Everyone
to
get
talk about
regular
Square
Razer
Enix's
laptop.
conference. We'll talk about them.
Alright.
We'll talk about them after Xbox because I had to talk about
I
Square
didn't-
Enix.
I didn't watch that one. I only watched the Capcom one with you and the Nintendo one. I think those are the only two I actually ended up
All
watching.
right. Well, so yeah, we'll talk about Square ones when we get to Square. But fucking yeah, Capcom sucked. They should have just said something. Just should have just again like with Ubisoft.
And then I
just
believe the
made a
meme
tweet.
was at least we got Nintendo tomorrow or some bullshit.
Yeah,
like that
everyone
for
kept
Nintendo.
dealing with we'll get to Nintendo
I like
last,
that
I
Monsters
guess.
game though.
We
That
go in
game looks
order.
sweet.
Monsties.
I
All right,
love
so
it.
before we start on the other conferences, let me look at all the things and the bits that I was sent. Hold up, let's just take this time to look at that. So Randy Randomson gives 5 bits. And then he also donates $2.50, saying, "Name one character from the Avatar movie." Exactly, you can't.
Holy
Yeah,
shit. That's
I
actually.
I
Yeah?
remember because yeah, Jack's
That's what
Films.
everyone brings up.
Jack's Films did that. Yeah, he did like that test. He went to like a boardwalk and he asked people to like he'd give them money if they could name a character from the Avatar
I'm
movie.
genuinely trying my hardest right now.
What-
and
I
cannot
know
think
one.
of a-
I
No,
know
I was a
one just
kid.
because
I
people in
was
the
a
comments
kid.
were trying to be like, "Oh,
What
this
happened?
guy." He said, "Name one character from the Avatar movie."
The general.
The blue one.
I know their faces. I know.
the-
I literally
no,
just
no,
watched
no.
I
this
know-
movie like a few months ago.
I know one name just because people fucking just because like
Oh,
people it's
yeah.
like James. I think
James Sully.
James
You know,
Sully
I
is
I
one
watched
of them.
it
It's like
when
a
I
main
was, like,
guy.
very, very
Sullivan.
young, so I cannot say.
I'm trying to remember his name.
It's basically
James
James
from
P.
Avatar.
Sullivan.
The president from Shadow the Hedgehog. The general of gun from Shadow the Hedgehog. He was there.
Oh my god.
I'm
Alright.
tripping. I literally just watched this movie a few months ago, and I cannot
What?
for the life of me.
Cause
You
it's such a
sat there and
it's such a
slogged through
boring ass
3-hour
movie.
fucking mess?
The Blue Avatar
my
movie
God.
sucks. It's a bad movie. I don't care what anyone
How
says.
did you watch
Miles.
that?
His name is Miles Quill or something. The general.
Just
Miles
lame.
Prower?
Alright, lawful. Lawful donated 1 bit. I just remembered I forgot to donate for Father's Day. Hope you all had a good day with your respective fathers. Well, thank you.
I thought he was calling us fathers for a
He
second.
called
Wow.
us Is there something I don't know about?
I-
And Glitch Slayer
just
Dark
forgot
Lord
about
donates
it.
10 bits. He says, "So we're getting backstory scenes and DDLC Plus from what we saw on their website. I want to know how Saori and Monica met. More importantly, I want to know more about Yuri. There has to be a huge role for her in DDLC Plus." I don't know. From what I've heard from Dan, it's one of those things where it says, from what everyone else has been saying, I think what Midhost and Dan have been talking about, they've been saying this is like outside the original game's canon. So
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
I asked Midhost to elaborate on that. He basically just said, basically, if you think it's canon, it's canon. If you don't think it's canon, then it's not.
You don't
I've
ever
seen
So-
Make your own damn story.
Basically, he's like, just use this. They're just expanding on it if you want it to be expanded on, or if you don't want it to be expanded on. That's
Yeah.
really all it is.
So,
Up to
Real DLC was the
interpretation.
DLC in our hearts.
So lesbian sex is canon.
Yeah.
Let's go.
No, I don't think it's canon because see
I think
they can't be lesbians because they all fight over MC. If they were lesbians, they'd find anybody else who was better.
Literally anyone else.
Never
I mean,
understood
The
that.
fact
I
that
mean,
they're
I
all so
mean,
desperate for him shows that they're straight.
I
At
mean, not Monica.
That's
Doesn't
true.
count.
But she's the only one I think who canonically isn't just
Bisexual.
straight. Yeah, it's like the other ones. The fact that they're even fighting for MC
You
shows that they're
don't- you
painfully
don't know.
straight.
You don't know. You don't know.
coolest.
Oh shit! I
Yeah,
got an
I'm-
I'm the coolest, bro. Poopa with the tier 2 sub. Thank you, Poopa. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna say you see how Sayori hugged.
Yes,
what's
that's
her name,
yes.
from
Welcome,
behind, dude.
welcome to anime. Girls touch each other without being gay.
No,
I thought you would have known this by now.
No, the anime is always gay.
Anyway, Zcast sponsored out with $2. We're back for another episode of Zcast. Look, we'll keep the ass to a minimum. We're corporate shills only here to support our favorite Minecraft YouTuber, Afro Zero. So take your normal pills and enjoy this new Zcast episode. Don't take your
Normal
normal pills,
pills.
kids. Don't do it. Don't listen to them. It's bad.
It's
Point
what
of
the
the mattress.
mask is.
The it's what the mattress is.
The mattress.
Don't take your normal pills. Don't listen to them. It's canon for me. I'm probably gonna see it as canon. It depends how far it goes. We'll see what happens. But when it happens. But yeah. Back to conferences. Fucking
Are we still on Microsoft or
no, we just
Yeah.
ended. No, we just ended Capcom. We're about to go to. We do
Man, do
Square
I got a
Enix, or do you
mouthful
want?
for Todd Howard himself?
Do we want to go to Square Enix or do we want to go to Microsoft?
Microsoft had cool things.
I got
don't
to
know.
talk. I got to
Square
talk about
Enix
that
is
stuff.
smaller though. That's what I'm saying. It's
Let's do
like
Square first.
I was
Yeah,
like,
get
Square,
Square over with.
Square Enix
Chaos.
is smaller than chaos. That's all it is. So Square Enix,
No, it's
they
not
weren't
good.
terrible.
They had a new Life is Strange game.
They showed off Guardians of the Galaxy, which after the Marvel game, this looks like they know what they did was wrong with the Marvel game. They're making it more story driven instead of just like a multiplayer battle thing. Like where you
Yeah.
so it seems like because I know the main problem people had with the Marvel game was that you just beat up a bunch of guys. And it seems like they took that to heart, so now it's not even multiplayer at all, and now it's like a single player adventure game.
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
hopefully they at least they
They
probably do
listened.
the story right.
It looks
Yeah.
fun. They also spent 18 minutes showing the game, so that
I don't know why they would do that.
so they kind of feels like that was one of the only things they had to show. And then they showed Legend of Mana opening movie. I guess that's coming.
It's all the Final Fantasy remakes.
Yeah, they showed
One,
that
two,
Final
three,
Fantasy
six.
1 through 6 are getting remakes, but
On mobile.
only on mobile and PC. Things that already have Final Fantasy 1 through 6 on them.
Make some interesting decisions.
Yeah, I'm
over
pretty
there.
sure you can buy all of those on Steam right now.
When you Google their E3 lineup, it's mostly just Life is Strange.
Yeah, we'll get to that. If we can buy that, I mean, we'll skip it, I guess, kind of. I don't know. But you fucking...
Just ran away.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, Final Fantasy 1 through 6 are just coming to Steam, remakes of them, when, so that's interesting. Could have put it on consoles, but it's fine.
Wait, I was thinking about it. They're re-releasing Final Fantasy 1 and making a remake of Final Fantasy 1.
Well, no, the other one isn't a full-on remake of 1. It's like it's inspired by Final Fantasy.
Hello, I'm back.
It's like a retelling of Final Fantasy 1 or something.
Oh, sad.
So fucking they had update for Avengers, a game that nobody plays anymore. So there's that.
Wait, which conference are you talking about?
Square Enix.
Where
No, it's not my brother. He likes it. I was like, why you like that game? I played it. It's not that fun. But he
I don't
likes
know.
it.
I mean, I guess if bro likes it, then bro likes it. There's
No, not
somebody
bro,
who's
my bro.
Oh, your
my
brother. I thought you
likes
said
it.
bro. I was like, I guess if bro
No.
likes it, okay. I mean, hey, if your brother likes it, then he has a roadmap apparently they're following, so he can expect updates.
Bro, I honestly, I'm happy for people who get excited about things that suck.
Hitman's
Because like, at least they like it, right?
I totally
At least
forgot.
they want it.
I totally forgot this was a game they showed. Hitman Sniper.
Yeah. Hit the
Oh
hit,
yeah! Oh
It's
my
just
god!
Oh.
it's a mobile game where you're a sniper. That's it. That's all it said. Coming to 2021. That's it. That's all it said. That's all you learned.
It's in the Hitman universe.
Yeah, that's all it was. So anyway, Nier Reincarnation pre-register. It's another mobile game. They really had a lot of mobile games. I don't.
Oh yeah, that was this mobile game, cat, like the mobile game.
Square Enix thought people really like mobile games.
Y'all don't have
I
phones?
want this trend. to
Y'all
stop
don't have
because-
phones.
Just because phones are like something that like every single person in the world has, does not mean that you can put your games on there. Because
I
most
mean-
games on phones suck.
I mean, most
Bleach
phones are
Brave
really
Souls doesn't
powerful.
suck.
That's why they've been
Most
making
phone-
them,
yeah.
Monica. They want to make good phone games.
No phone game is good.
Also, nothing. Most phones are really powerful now.
The only
They
phone
are.
games
I
that are
raised you
good
A, get
are
you
like
Impact.
ports, and even then, they probably aren't even as good as like.
Genshin Impact sucks on the
Console
phone.
version. Yeah.
runs
Yeah,
like-
Runs better than on the PS4.
Other than apparently it might run better than it does on the PS4.
Yeah, because I remember Speed said I think it was the iPhone, like, I think it was 8. It was 8? No, it was 7. It was more powerful than MI360.
The only way
more
I would be able to
powerful.
play, the only way I'd be able to play a game on my phone is if I had like a keyboard or a controller that hooks up to the phone. And
Oh,
at
don't
that
worry, they
point,
have
what's
those.
the point?
They
Yeah,
have
game
But
that.
at
They have
that
Bluetooth.
point, what even is the point of putting it on
You
the
got
phone? Why do I
games
play
on
on
your
a
phone.
computer?
I mean, what's it called? I can connect my Xbox controller to my what's it called? To my phone. I want to.
Like, why would I use a tiny screen that makes the game run like probably worse?
Alright,
Like,
wait.
just play it on the computer.
So then the next game they talked about was they were like, oh, another Final Fantasy phone game update. All right. Then they talked about another Final Fantasy phone game, this time being the Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale game.
Oh, yeah.
They barely
that
talked
was
about it. They just kind of showed another trailer and was like, it's coming. And then that's it. That's all they
I
did.
low key will get that though.
Geometry Dash.
There's a lot of just it's coming to C3.
What's it called?
Yeah.
I can name one good mobile game. Look at my phone. Look at my phone real quick.
Fire Emblem
Right.
Heroes, bro.
Look at my phone.
Bleach Brave Souls.
They showed a game called Babylon. They
Fighter.
showed a game called Babylon's Fall, which I think wasn't that the game made by Platinum Games? I think. Hold up.
Yeah. That's the new IP.
Yeah, Babylon's Fall. That looks fine. It doesn't look
Oh, wow.
terrible. I don't know. It
Hello,
looks.
purple guy.
It looks interesting.
Hello, Mario Maker.
That's all it literally is. They showed a decent amount of that. Then they show Life is Strange remastered again. And then they show Life is
Yay!
Strange
Third time.
3, 4. Which one is this? They're not putting numbers, so I
4.
don't know what this
Wait.
is.
The remakes are the red
And
I'm pretty
in
sure.
terms of like actual numbers of the games like
It's-
releasing,
yeah,
it's
'cause it's like it's
it's,
called True Colors. That's all I know. So,
it's
Yeah,
it's yeah,
I thought
it's
I
the
thought
fourth
all
one.
of them.
but apparently the
Uh.
gimmick in this one is yeah. So this is weird. So she can like apparently feel people's emotions, and they said she has the
She's an
power of
empath.
empathy. And I was
She's
like,
an empath.
I was like, I don't think empathy does that. I don't.
So she's a Twitter
Power
warrior.
of
I
empathy.
understand.
Okay,
You
so
did Google the
person-
word
Is he-
Her
empath.
empathy
seen her
is
hair?
her empathy is so high that she just somehow enhanced her empathy. Because it's
Her
like, yes,
empathy
empathy
so
is
bad for
empathy.
people that she does nothing but worry about other people so much that she knows exactly how they feel.
Yeah, the power itself was like it was like
Sounds
empathy,
like a curse.
or it's like empath, if I remember hearing correctly. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
If I'm being totally honest, I could be totally wrong. I wasn't paying that much attention to it because I'm not a big Life is Strange aficionado. I only really I think
yeah, no.
cared about the first game, and then once there was more, I stopped giving
Well,
a fuck.
For me, I'm kind of I like Life is Strange a lot. It's one of my favorite like Telltale games, I guess.
Not even made by Telltale.
Yeah, it isn't, but I mean,
It's made by the people who made Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade Tournament Edition.
What is that?
But I'm excited for True Colors. I mean, every
There you
game's
go.
had a good story.
It looks like a good
So-
Life is Strange game, so I'm happy for
Toast
the
is
people
that
who play
one
Life
guy.
is Strange.
I'm excited for it.
And then-
am I gonna bounce off the walls for it? No.
And then
But-
and then they showed a game by Koei Tecmo, the people who make Dynasty Warriors, and then directed
Team
by
Ninja.
the guy who makes Kingdom Hearts, Tetsuya Nomura for the character design. Chaos, the game.
You know what confused me? They had Team Ninja work on it. People
Yeah,
made
and Team
Gaiden.
Ninja, yeah, the people who make Ninja Gaiden are making Final Fantasy 1, kinda? I don't know. I don't know what this game is. All I know is the main character looks like a fucking... He is not what I would think if I imagined Final Fantasy 1.
You see all of them. You see all of them.
They all
Got
look like Final Fantasy 15.
You see like all like the it was the black guy. He wears a tank top. All you wear tank top.
Yeah, he just wears a black tank top. And
Oh
he's like,
yeah,
"I'm
how
here
they
to
say that
kill
he looks like somebody
chaos."
that works at
No,
McDonald's.
no, the black guy with dreads.
The black guy in the dress. They all do not look like characters I would think when I think of Final Fantasy 1 and I think of the warrior and stuff, I don't think of this guy who looks like he's from a boy band.
The guy who came out of what's that thing called?
They look like they're about to start. They look like
Macy's.
They look like they're about to star in their new like Disney Channel original series.
Oh, they come out Hulu, the Hulu window series.
Like, so yeah, that's a little weird. The game look. I mean, so far the gameplay looked weird actually, because like it's made by Koei Tecmo, so it looked like the gameplay was like a Dynasty Warriors-esque game, but like there wasn't a lot of enemies around, so it was giving me like kind of Age of Calamity vibes, where except like in those times you have to fight enemies when there's not a lot of enemies there. And honestly, though the game doesn't do well with those types of times, because that's actually where you can kind of tell when the combat's very bare bones and you're fighting just one character.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, this is just dodge, attack,
This is
dodge, attack.
Yeah, if you're not like completely overwhelmed the whole time, you just like, well,
Yeah.
this is
It's like
too
the game
easy.
those games work best when you are just fighting a horde of enemies. When you're fighting just one enemy, you very much feel how barren the gameplay is.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't look. I don't know. I don't have much faith in Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. Does Square know how to give normal names?
That's their thing now.
I mean, they don't even know what remake means, apparently, from what I tell from Final Fantasy VII Remake. They don't even know what it means. They made a different game. So, yeah, Square Enix's conference, it's, like, better than Capcom's and Ubisoft, because at least they showed games, but, like,
Yeah.
a lot of the games they showed were mobile games or weird
Tons
games.
and tons of mobile games. I don't know why there's so many of them.
Guardians of the Galaxy looks fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, it's the time we talk about these people. Xbox and friends.
Hello.
Oh, I have a mouthful.
We don't even call it Xbox and Bethesda. It's Xbox guest starring Bethesda, because they're like barely there. They like barely showed up. So we have to go in order from what they showed and talk about it all in order, because I got the conference. I'm zooming in. So they started off the conference with a thing everyone wanted to talk about that got leaked hours beforehand. They started it off with Todd Howard. He showed up on screen and he was like, we're going to show you.
God, I want to.
He was like, we're going to show you Starfield. And I was like, oh boy, I
was hyped.
I get to figure out what Starfield is. And after the trailer, I still don't know what Starfield is.
Apparently, the
release
Starfield
date.
footage was all captured in engine. It's not pre-rendered like people are saying.
But
Apparently,
like, they didn't say that.
no,
They
they didn't.
It's in the bottom. That's in the bottom.
They didn't say it at the bottom. I'm looking at the trailer right now.
I love it, dude.
All they said was a brand new universe, and then they just showed all of that, and it showed nothing.
Let's show you some in-engine footage that looks CGI,
And even if it's
CGI,
in-engine
and then not
footage,
tell you.
all it showed me was, oh man, this game's gonna look pretty in
didn't
space.
It didn't show a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a release date.
Didn't it say 20? Yeah, wait, didn't it say 2022? So basically, wait until next E3, fuckers. That's all they said. That's basically all they said, was wait till next E3.
I mean, most games coming out in 2022. Even when I saw gameplay.
But they should and that's like that's gonna be my biggest problem I talk about with this conference. Like, 60% of the game showed by Xbox is like they don't have gameplay. It's just CG trailers.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't even know what this game is, but they want me to be excited for it, and all I have is a title.
Another conference with no ES6.
And then you got that.
No Fable.
It's alright, we're going.
No,
We have to go in order.
Obi-
So after they showed that Starfield is about space, something that we already knew,
It's about the
they
stars.
talked about Stalker 2, which according to Steel is a big thing.
Yes, it is a
And
And,
it's-
and
also
that
a
had
big thing.
gameplay, so that seemed like a good game they actually showed.
I know the original Stalker was like a big deal. So
Yeah.
I can see that being a big
It
thing.
is because there's 3 of them. The Stalker called Periag.
I thought you
one-
guys were saying soccer for a second, and I was
No,
like,
it's Stalker.
yeah, the original soccer, like the sport in real
Yeah,
life.
Mega Man Soccer 2, that's what Capcom should have announced.
There's Stalker called Pyridad.
See,
There's
Starfield should have had a
uh,
trailer like Stalker. It showed in-engine gameplay and fucking cutscenes, and it was nice.
Nah, they're not ready for that.
They're not ready.
Okay.
They must show you this scene that shows you that there was a sandwich. I forgot to talk about the Starfield
Oh my God.
sandwich. That's what a lot of
The
people talked
sandwich.
The
about.
sandwich.
Yeah, the
Was it-
sandwich
look
on the
good?
plate.
Was it,
I haven't seen the sandwich.
There's
was it
sandwich
like a
physics.
Yeah.
cyberpunk sandwich? Or
The
did it
sandwich
look
the sandwich graphics on Starfield pretty good. I can at least say
Okay,
that they have pretty good
okay.
sandwich
Is it
graphics.
better than the
Yakuza.
food
The
graphics from
Yakuza.
Final Fantasy 15?
I'm
Oh, no,
actually
it's
not
very-
sure that is true. The food graphics.
Was it better than
are
Yakuza though?
I don't know.
Yakuza
The
bread.
sandwich looks fine. Like I sent a picture of the sandwich. It looks
I don't know,
fine.
Zero. The resolution on this image is not high enough for me to zoom in.
You know, to be fair, but
Well,
to be
we only
actually,
included bread.
I take it back. The sandwich wasn't that good. It was a passable sandwich graphic. I don't think it was that amazing. It was okay.
Give sandwich. Let me zoom in.
Bro, they
yeah,
put the
no,
little-
Final
they put the
Fantasy
little
15.
Yeah,
was
the
better.
bread's kind of low quality, honestly.
Yakuza bread.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Yakuza bread easily.
It's not
tops any
Yakuza or
bread.
Final Fantasy bread. Yeah, it wasn't that good. I take that back then. Starfield didn't show me shit.
Bro, I could have
The
made that bread in
absurdly
Blender.
good bread.
But yeah,
physics.
they showed Stalker 2, which people who were excited for Stalker liked that.
Bro,
So
and
there we
like-
at
go.
it was like-
least
it
it
was
wasn't.
like- it
At
was like
least it
three-
wasn't
it's
like
like 3
Cyberpunk
games.
Burger.
Yeah, they showed
Cyberpunk
they
burger.
they showed that, which was good.
Yeah,
I have to.
I don't know why they call it 2. It's like this is the 3rd game.
I don't know.
fourth
Maybe
game.
they forgot how to count, bro. They
They
just
forgot the others.
they forgot the other Stalker games. And then the next game they showed was Back for Blood, which was getting its own conference. I don't know why Back for Blood was shown at Xbox.
It's a
if-
Game Pass. Never deal with it.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, they really like to push the Game Pass, which
It's trying to be the
It-
next
it-
Left 4
it-
Dead,
um,
right? But it's kind
yeah.
of doing things shitty because Warner Bros. is kind of...
yeah, after every single trailer, they really were like trying to make sure you knew that you could play it day one on the Xbox Game Pass.
I mean, it's fine with me. I already have it.
See, my problem. But here's my problem. My problem here is that people tried to act like this was a big thing because they were like, dude, they just announced a bunch of games for fucking Game Pass. Okay, but Xbox announces games for Game Pass on Wednesdays. Like I don't like they'll announce it on any day. Does it really matter if they're announcing games for Game Pass?
I mean, the thing with they're announcing like new games are about to come out.
But that's what I'm saying though. Is that really an E3 announcement? Like, whoa, guys, we're adding more games to Game Pass.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like it's like a Nintendo. It's like if Nintendo said we're adding these new NES games, are we gonna get excited because they said it at E3? Like, no,
I mean, they done it every direct for some reason.
they didn't do it at this one. So that shows that today Xbox was the fool.
I mean, they brought old Fallout's. I wanted to play.
All right,
wanted to
so-
play those anyway.
So it's like it's cool that they're adding it to the Game Pass, but it's not an E3 announcement. No one's gonna get excited about Game Pass because it's like we're expecting you.
Constant.
Yeah, we're expecting you to pull out your big guns here, not to show us things you were already gonna probably say tomorrow if it wasn't E3. So the next they did something I literally said before. It was an entire CG trailer for a game called Contraband. We know nothing about this game besides the fact that it's co-op and open world.
Contraband?
And that it's
seen it on
named
this list here.
Contraband.
I don't have anything about it. I don't know.
And that it's on Xbox Game Pass. Yeah!
My
Xbox Game
gosh.
Pass.
You can play Contraband, a game you know nothing about, on
I'm not even
Xbox
seeing
Game
Contraband
Pass.
on this article. I think they
I'm,
forgot
it's
about
because
it.
I'm on the
We-
stream and I'm just like scrolling through. Like, yeah, like they just that's all they talk. Thank you, Xbox. We stan Xbox Game Pass.
I do. I'm the owner.
Okay, next they did
Yeah,
show
I'm
something
default.
slightly interesting. Pirates of the Caribbean is coming to Sea of Thieves. That was kind of cool. I'm wondering how
not
that's
that
gonna
great, I
fit
don't
into the
play-
Kingdom Hearts lore, personally. But you know,
There is no lore.
how's that gonna fit into the Sora going to going to Pirates of the World? Huh?
Dude, the Kingdom Hearts all the Kingdom Hearts did come to Xbox. So we wait for the
They
release.
did.
of,
Oh, then they
the
talked
Sea of
about.
Thieves
Oh yeah,
and
and then next again they talked about Yakuza 6 coming to the Game Pass, a game that's already out.
Yeah, every single Yakuza game is now on the Game Pass.
But like, we already knew that.
Like now with that.
Well, now with
literally
that,
every
yeah,
single-
but it's again, it's like they're like Yakuza 6 coming to Game Pass, and it's like, okay,
These games are out on
you
like.
could have
PC.
announced that on like yesterday. You didn't have to put that in your
I'm-
E3 show.
If you would like those
Yeah.
games, you'd be happy you had a Game Pass.
I
but
think my problem is
shouldn't-
they
yeah,
could have
shouldn't
put
done
all
that.
of their Game Pass games in a sizzle reel. They could have easily been like, all of these are coming to Xbox Game Pass, instead of giving them all separate trailers just to say it's on Game Pass. Like, what the fuck? Okay, then they showed Battlefield, which is actually probably the best trailer Xbox
I'm
showed.
excited for
That
I'm
Battlefield
excited
No.
for Battlefield 2042.
chaotic. It looks insane.
It's the best
best
trailer
trailer is Halo
Xbox has
Infinite.
probably shown there.
It looks like old school Battlefield with the
Halo- it
Evolution
was
and
Halo
everything like that, and I'm
Infinite, shut up.
excited.
No, I actually say it's Battlefield because it was full on gameplay.
I like the way the map
Yeah,
evolves based on like events.
Yeah,
Oh shit! Yeah, there was a lot going on in
It's
this
just
one.
it,
A
it,
sandstorm
it,
comes in
it's-
and now the ground's covered in
it's
sand.
just the only problem. Again, it's all this thing like everyone kept saying. The only problem that we have to shit on everyone's parade. It's being made by EA, so just they're gonna find a way to fuck it up.
I mean,
Yeah.
EA finds a way.
Battlefield.
Yeah, I know, but they're gonna find a way to fuck it up.
They messed up 5. They can do
Yeah.
They can do it for that one.
Yeah, they're gonna find a way to fuck it up. It's EA. They always find a way.
Yeah, because five was the deal was the same with Star Wars Battlefront. It was bad in the beginning and got good at the end. EA's like, nah, too late. Lost.
Yeah,
lost
let's
my
say
money.
it got
Did
good when everyone stopped playing Battlefront.
Yeah. It got good when EA said, nah, we're not supporting it anymore.
Yeah. That's what I was like. So yeah, Battlefield looks good. Just hope they don't fuck it up. That's all it really is. I don't really play shooting games, but I thought it looked fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for Battlefield a lot.
I would
The last
pre-order-
Battlefield
I'm
I
wait.
played
would
was
pre-order-
Battlefield 1.
I
I
would
have nothing
pre-order
to
out of the
say about
Ridge.
that game because
I would have to wait on it, 'cause
Pretty last good one.
Then
Well,
they
that was, like,
then they
decent one.
showed 12 minutes, which was that game they showed at like the last E3 of Xbox. The game like where it's like
Yeah.
things can change in 12 minutes, like a bunch of different things can happen.
I might low-key get that though.
They showed a release date for it, so that's cool, I guess. They finally got a release date. You can play it day one on Game Pass again, you know. Psychonauts 2 got a release date. That's pretty pog. That's a good one. That's a good game.
Yeah.
I'm-
But
I think that's
that's not the 8th trailer.
I think that's I was about to say, I think this is my other problem with Xbox's conference. A lot of the games shown here were also shown last year at Xbox's conference.
There were a lot of them we already knew about.
So it's like, I mean, they got release dates now, but it's like, yeah, Xbox isn't showing many new things. Like, they're showing some new things, but a lot of this is, remember that game we showed last year? Here it is again. Oh, then Bethesda came back. They woke up. Oh, they just came back to talk about Game Pass. Okay.
Never mind.
Microsoft poked them with the stick and said, "Get on there, talk about the Game Pass." Talk about the Game Pass.
Yeah, they were showing like they all.
They were like, yeah,
original Fallout.
They were like, play 30 of our Bethesda games on Game Pass, and they're like, you don't want to talk about any new games? No. Oh, okay.
You should worry about the Game Pass?
Not gonna lie, the Fallout 1, Fallout 2 coming to console is kind of a big thing. Yeah, they were never a console before.
I mean, yeah, but again, they could have announced this in just some random ass video.
You what the Game Pass do?
Yeah, and then they were like, Doom Eternal on Xbox Series X looks pretty good. That's
Oh,
all.
yeah, that is ray tracing.
It looks pretty good.
And then they were like, Skyrim's 10th anniversary.
Guess what? No ES6 news.
That's all they said was it's Skyrim's 10th anniversary.
No, you know what? They actually did mention ES6. They said that they're still working on it.
Yeah.
It exists. So,
Then they mentioned Fallout 76 DLC.
man,
Something they could have
if I see
announced
one
in
more
their own
Fallout
time.
76 DLC in my E3.
Shut up, Toes. Shut up, Toes. You what's it called? You waited 10 years. I waited like almost like 15 for New Fable.
I don't give a shit.
That doesn't excuse the fact
yes,
that
it
Fallout
does.
76 has perfect attendance at every E3, and I think it needs to stop. This fucking attendance record is getting too much, Fallout. Please, just skip class.
Fable's on every
God damn, stop showing up.
Fable's not.
Lord.
But so yeah, they showed Fallout, fucking, and then Bethesda talked about Elder Scrolls Online, which also has a perfect attendance at every E3.
I mean, they think he's supporting it, so I'm not gonna hate him for supporting it.
I'm
why they said the E3.
I mean, they are supporting it, but my problem is these are the only times they talk about supporting it. Can they not just talk about other games outside? Can I just talk about supporting these games outside of E3? Like, why do they only talk about the support for these games at E3? It seems
Because
weird to me.
Because they never have anything else to talk about. They have to save everything for E3.
They have problems. That's my problem. They have problems.
They
Also-
have problem.
Also, I haven't played the Elder Scrolls Online, but I remember while I was looking at it, I think like because I was talking about something else in my chat, and then I went to look back at what was happening on screen, and then I was like, wow, the graphics for this game don't look that good, and then I was like, wait, is this Elder Scrolls Online? Yeah, I don't know. Elder Scrolls Online does not look that good of a game.
no, it doesn't.
The
like-
game's old.
Isn't
That's
it on
why.
the phone?
But the weird part is
No.
they're like optimized for Series X and S, and I'm like, huh?
The game's old. The game came out like early Xbox era. Early,
They
Yeah.
don't know how to make
next-
games that are
last
beyond
gen.
2011 style.
It was like early last gen it came out.
Should probably update the graphics, honestly.
They do have a mobile game, but it's bad.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
oh,
fucking.
that's
It's like a
Elder
dumb
Elder,
game.
Elder
but-
Scrolls.
I have a mouthful
something.
of say
Oh,
about
so
I
it's
had that.
Blades. That game sucked.
Blades, yeah.
Yeah, I had that one.
Anyway, but then they showed the best Xbox game. It's the game that Xbox probably just showed to be like, look, guys, we're not all just Halo. We have party animals.
We
But
have
Prime was
fur-
lit. What are you
furry
talking about?
games.
It is a
Party
good
was
game. It is a good game. I'm just saying this is the quota. This is Xbox's game that they show to, because last year was the year before last year when they showed Fighters. It was to show that Xbox doesn't have much to show for just themselves, so they have to get some other company to be like, yeah, you can come on our presentation. Why not?
Yeah, come on, a presentation.
We need more filler.
I mean, that game is exclusive to Xbox.
We don't make
so-
video games.
It's
not
on
everyone
PC.
else.
It's on PC too.
They said that. But I also
They didn't
said
say
it's
that, but I
Xbox.
remember I've seen this game before they showed it. It's on PC as well.
Let me check.
It is. I saw
Yeah, it was
YouTubers
like-
play it early on PC.
It
It's
was
on
like-
PC.
It was in early access phase
Yeah.
before they even announced it.
Yeah, it's on PC as well. Weirdly enough, Xbox didn't say that it was on the bottom, but I'm pretty sure Party Animal. Yeah, it's on Steam. But it's
Yeah,
literally
it's
on
on
Steam.
It was on Steam for a while.
So it's a little funny that they didn't mention that at the bottom of the thing, but you know, it is.
No, Prime.
Hades is finally coming to Xbox. That's cool. That's good. That's a good game.
I forgot about that. I didn't. even
Yeah,
know
it was only on
there before.
PC, and then it went to Switch, and then now it's on Xbox. I'm assuming at some point Sony will
What?
get it.
That's really weird how they didn't just wait for it. It's all.
It's
weird.
the
They're,
same thing that happened to Cuphead.
Super stretched out thing. Yeah, I
Cuphead,
guess so.
Cuphead came out on. Also, why are you so low? What the hell? Why did I turn you up again?
Me? Oh
Yeah, you.
my god, I've been low this whole time, bro.
No, you were higher before, and now I
No,
turned
she's
you
about the
higher.
Oh, well, I don't know then.
Because you weren't yelling right now. That's why.
I was.
No,
I
you
was
were.
talking
That's what I'm
pretty
saying.
loud,
You
I'm
were
pretty sure.
yelling.
There
not
was
right
no
now.
volume change for me. I don't know what's going on.
Then there was a game called Jump Ship. I think. Wait, is that what the name of this
Is
game?
it where you jump out of a ship?
It's just some like it's one of those story games. No, Somerville. Sorry, my bad. That was one of the buzzwords in the trailer.
Somerville.
It looked fine, I guess. I don't know. It's just kind of like one of those story games. And then they talked about Halo.
What?
Oh
Xbox
yeah,
talking about
Halo.
Halo? I'd never.
What?
Halo
What'd you say?
multiplayer looks decent.
I
I like
heard
the way
Halo.
Halo multiplayer
Yeah,
looks.
they-
Oh
they-
my god,
yeah, they-
Atticus.
They kind of they kind of dropped a gauntlet and said that like Halo multiplayer is gonna be free to play. So it was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. But then it also makes me be like, does
Okay.
Xbox think people are gonna pay $60 to play a campaign?
I mean, the dedicated fan base will. The dedicated fan
Halo campaigns haven't been that good recently. Do they really think?
they brought the original writer back.
That doesn't mean much. It
They
just
brought
matters
the
the
original
maps are fun. I don't need
The-
writers.
the-
I need game designers. I need level designers.
Yeah, the original writers are back, so after the story would be decent. And
But okay, but
sure the
you
game
didn't hear
would
what I
good.
said. I said I'm not talking about the story. I'm talking about the levels. The levels need to be fun. No one plays Halo specifically for story. You're also playing it for what the levels are fun.
No. It's a good thing I'll say Halo 4, Halo 5. Some of the maps were fun.
I mean,
Some
I
of
think
them.
it's just Halo
Some of the
4
maps
wasn't
were
fun.
No, Halo 4 to me, it was good. Not a good Halo game. We tried Call of Duty.
But yeah,
We try to be called.
I'm not gonna sit here and argue Halo semantics because apparently it's like a whole other fucking discussion people
Yes,
have in the
because
Halo
I'm
community.
because I'm here. I will debate you for hours.
I'm not, but that's the thing. I'm not gonna debate. I'm not gonna debate about it because I don't care about Halo 4 or 5. I really don't, and most people don't.
But
The only people who
Halo
care about
Infinite,
Halo
though.
4 and 5 are the Halo fan base.
Halo Infinite though looked kind of good.
I mean, my problem with Halo Infinite is not really a problem. It's just that it sure does look like Halo. Like, there's wasn't really
Yeah.
much for me to say about it. Like, it was just
No,
like,
no,
it looks fine. I hope it doesn't fuck up.
To me, look a lot.
Yeah.
It looks really good because like it came back to the old art style.
I think it's because
Halo.
we've seen enough of Halo Infinite. It's like, I'm just ready for it to come out now.
It doesn't look any different than what I've seen.
Yeah, it's
before.
like, I just
No.
want to play it now. It's like, they've shown enough of this game to where I'm like, can we just play this, please?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna sound like a Halo fan, but it looks better in my opinion because of the art style change. Came back to the old art style.
I mean,
the
yeah,
new one,
but
it's
better or
terrible.
not, I'm saying my point is I want to play it now. Stop showing it. Like, just,
I mean, you can play
just
it later this
release
summer.
it.
You can play
play
it
later
later
this
this summer.
Yeah, but Zero, are you an insider?
I am an insider.
Yeah, you're good at code sooner or later.
Okay,
They
well, that's what I'm
said-
saying. Yeah, it's like just let people play it at this point.
This hit because I'm getting one.
I think that's why I said that's why I said Battlefield was the better looking game at fucking E3 this year because it was a new looking game. We've seen
Yeah.
Halo's been at fucking Microsoft's E3 for like 2 years now.
The sad thing is, though, it's gonna suffer the
dude-
same thing that Battlefield 3 and 4 did with the new one. It's
But-
gonna suffer that.
dude,
It's gonna
but
get boring
dude.
after a while.
But look at the
Oh,
armor.
legit.
Look at the smart armor though. You
Also,
got true
epic
armor.
campaign. Everyone made fun of that because yeah, it's funny. They're like, you got the free to play, you got the epic campaign, but now we gotta pay $60. It's an epic campaign.
But look at the armor though. The Yasura armor.
It better be
Looks kind
epic.
of clean.
Oh yeah, then they showed this game where you're like this person in the dark. It's Lord of the Ink action. Oh, it's Diablo. Diablo's
Yeah,
back.
Diablo 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diablo 2. Bethesda woke up.
Yeah,
They got
Bethesda
poked
really
with the
did.
stick
Woke.
again.
They woke up again. They got poked with the stick. I think, but does Bethesda do Diablo? I don't remember. That was Blizzard.
Look,
Oh, that's Blizzard. It says
Oh,
Blizzard.
okay, never mind. Bethesda didn't wake up. They were still sleeping. I get them confused sometimes. Oh, then they showed rats.
What?
Huh?
There's like
the
this
plague
giant
game, the
sea of
plague-
the
the plague
giant, yeah,
game.
the Plague Tale game.
The
This is
Plague
like-
Tale.
This giant sea of rats.
Oh yeah, the rats. I remember the rats.
It's just a giant sea of rats.
Made
Oh
by
my
a company
God.
called.
Now
Recreate-
that's
no,
it gave me the same
Asobo
feeling.
Studio.
It gave me the same feeling that like the GameCube did, like where there were the 128 Marios on screen. They were like, look at how strong the Xbox is. Look at the rats. The sea of rats.
Rats. You're the rats.
It's like so yeah.
Dude,
2022 come by the way.
I want to play as the Rat Wave. I want to go through the city.
Maybe you
and,
will.
like,
And then they show
absorb
more
people.
Far
The
Cry.
rat wave.
Even though Ubisoft already showed Far Cry, but they were like, look, Far Cry. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
They showed Far Cry, and then they showed. I'm still having to skip through Far Cry. Sorry, they showed a lot of Far Cry for some reason.
Wait, are we
Uh,
back on?
We're still on
Ubisoft now?
Xbox. No, we're still on
Yeah,
Xbox.
that's
Oh, they
right.
showed
Not
Slime.
Ubisoft.
They showed Slime Rancher 2.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the game, the
Yeah!
next game that everybody's gonna get addicted
That's
to.
my game.
The other game that again, the other game Xbox had to show to be like, look, guys, we're not all just shooters. Look, see, we want to show Slime Rancher. Ooh.
What do you mean? Slime Rancher's a shooter. You shoot slimes.
Oh my God, no,
True,
Xbox.
Yeah, you shoot the slimes out of your
Don't
gun.
tell them that.
Don't tell them. They think they're being
It's a-
original.
It's a shooter.
Then they
ranching
showed.
game.
Then they showed probably one of the most boring snowboarding games I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hate it because it
no.
looks so like nice, but it's so.
The
fucking
graphics
boring.
are so nice, but it is such a boring game. It looks like.
What game are you talking about?
I'm mad at it. 'Cause I thought it was like XSX.
Everyone thought it was like
SSX.
SSX or something, but I knew
Yeah,
it wasn't
I thought it was.
SSX by how boring it looked.
I got hyped for a second. So I said, where the rails at? Where
Bruh,
the rails?
it's like one of those. It's one of those games you just
What-
have
what
on
you-
in the back to just like relax.
Okay, but what is the name of the game?
It's called like hold up, it has a very forgettable name. It's called Shredders.
For a
Shredder.
snowboarding game.
It's just called Shredders.
I really was SSX.
Bruh,
it
it
looks
looks
I
so
really
nice.
wish-
Oh, and then there was also one of the best trailers Xbox showed because I don't know what the fuck happened in this trailer. Atomic Heart. This
Yeah,
trailer is a
oh, yeah,
fucking
Atomic Heart.
fever dream.
Oh, Tom Hart. No, I think
have to
I'm
look
gonna
it
play
up.
that game soon later. Isn't that's the
You
one
fight
the
like
Wolf
some.
game?
There's like a mechanical baby at one point. There's like a
Yeah.
there's like
Oh
the
my
giant
God.
thing for the giant robot thing from the Incredibles movie. The fucking
What
you're
actual
like doing a
nightmare.
bomb. You fight a mannequin robot. Like I don't. This shit's just
Everything
Yeah,
just
it
weird.
kinda
does look
freezes.
like the
Time looks
Incredibles
it
robot.
freezes.
Yeah, time like freezes for a second. This game looks crazy as fuck, and I kind of want to play it.
It's
Yeah,
the
I think that's-
Incredibles
that-
robot.
That's good. Then they did. I think
Yeah.
they achieved what.
They did what
What,
they
uh,
needed to do. There's not even a release
Jesus.
date, but I want to know what. I want to know more.
You can't.
They
I
showed
can't
a
wait.
ga-
We're almost there to the best announcement Xbox have.
They showed a game I thought was super hot, but ended up being this like 2D like sprite game, which looks kind of cool though. It's like a nice little like art style esque like 2D side scrolling game. Look kind of cool. It's called Replaced. Kind of cool.
Replaced.
It was actually full on gameplay, so I give
Replaced
Xbox
is
credit for
nuts.
that. There's updates to Grounded, where apparently they added a giant mega spider boss thing.
Oh,
That's
Grounded,
apparent-
that game that's like the forest, but you're tiny.
Yeah.
Bruh, I'm not trying to
Yeah,
fight no
Which
insects.
I'm not, but which is just another reminder of why I'm not playing this game.
Yeah, I was saying I wanted.
Isn't that the
a
game that has
spider. I
like
said,
the
"Nah, I'm good."
arachnophobia setting?
Yeah,
Is that
yes,
what
it
is?
Y'all
does.
can keep the spiders.
Y'all
bruh.
can keep the
Yeah.
spider game, bro.
I ain't playing this
I
game
want to play
no
the spider
more.
game. That sounds fun.
I only spider game
I
I'm
think
playing
spiders
is
look
Spider-Man, bro. We ain't going.
Does Zero Dot like spiders?
Do you
Not
like
a lot of
spiders?
people like.
I
Yeah,
just-
exactly.
I just don't like
spiders,
bugs
but
in
I'll play
general,
games with
bro.
spiders in them.
I don't like bugs,
fine
but I
with
think bugs look cool. So like a game like that would be cool.
I
I'm
just,
fine with bugs,
if
but
I see a
am
bug, I'm
arachnophobe.
killing them. That's all it is.
I'm arachnophobic.
Like a
spiders
spider
scare
in
me.
my room.
Bruh, they
Yeah,
could
I
have
don't
an
like spiders.
arachnophobia mode.
I see spiders, we throwing hands.
yeah.
Because
Getting the spray out.
I remember I saw the first trailer. This game was cool. I'm gonna get this. So Spider I said, "I think I'm mine now."
Yeah.
I ain't getting this. No
Bro,
more.
they showed Among Us. That's the announcement Toast was waiting for.
Let's go.
It just became so
Fucking-
toxic in
Yeah,
here.
Steal, please. You cannot ear rape. This is a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Fucking. So Among Us apparently has 15 players now,
On
Just up-
Xbox.
and it's on Xbox now. I guess it wasn't on Xbox before.
This one,
Okay.
it already
They
was.
cannot
It
handle
was on Game
Among Us.
Pass.
Oh.
It was on Game
Oh,
Pass.
they showed this game, the Eldrian Chronicles. They
Oh
sh-
yeah, that game looks kind of cool actually.
The game looks
You-
cool. It looks like a nice game. It looks like it's like an Octopath Traveler. And then they announced like a prequel sequel before the game came out. They showed off the game. They show off the first game, which comes out in 2023. And then the next game they
Oh.
showed was a prequel to that game that comes out in 2022.
Okay.
And
Why
I'm
did
very
they do that order?
I don't know. It's very confusing.
Whatever, I guess.
Wait, this wasn't Microsoft Conference. I remember what it was.
Then they
This one
showed
sounded
off this
interesting.
top-down game, The Ascent.
Is it really a prequel if it comes out before the main game?
Yeah, I guess it's the first game then.
Because I mean, the
no,
a prequel
That's
means
a valid
They showed off a
Before
game
what
called The
happened
Descent, which
before that
looks
other game.
fine. It's a very small trailer.
Yeah, what's it called? It was 2 games. They saw on the Sizzle Reel. That was not shown. Or 3 of them. They said they're working on it. It was on. It was good. Not Good Gear. Gears of War. Outward and Fable. Instead of getting being worked on, is all they said. They said
Being
nothing
worked
of it.
on. Age of Empires.
so
They
those
showed
are-
Age of Empires 4.
Empire. Look it up. I'm hyped for that actually.
Then they showed The Outer Worlds 2, which was actually a very funny trailer because they were making fun of game trailers, and it made me realize they made fun of 80% of the trailers that were in Xbox's conference. So it's actually kind of upsetting when you think about it like that.
I fear what they do to make fun of it exactly.
They were
again?
talking
make
about
it
like
look-
they're like guy in slow motion shot. They're like shots of man shooting, of running through bullets. Like they were
Yeah.
just basically making fun of every trope. And then it was like it made you realize how many of those tropes are in the trailers that are at Xbox.
Yeah.
These conferences, and you're like, ouch.
I mean, it does look cool though.
Outer Worlds 2 looks like a good game though, yeah.
I already played 1. I beat it. I'm pretty sure.
But it was just it was kind of a funny thing on trailers that have nothing to show because they had nothing to show. So they still kind of had nothing to show besides the fact they were funny. So,
At least they knew.
at least they knew though, yeah. If you're gonna do it, at least be aware of it. Then they show Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's it. It's coming out.
You're gonna say a word. You're gonna say a word. and that
Oh yeah,
proves
then
how
they
tired
dropped
you are.
Forza.
No, Top Gun was gonna be a part of it. Then they showed Forza
want
for a
to hear Forza.
ridiculously long time.
I don't
Yeah,
wanna hear
they,
about Forza.
They
talked about
did
they
not
talked about
need to
Forza
talk
for
about
like
Forza.
12 minutes.
They did not need to
That
talk
Forza
about
game did
Forza.
look kind of clean though.
It
I'm not
looks
gonna lie.
good, but like every
But yeah, to get into
Forza
a racing game, you're just gonna drive around.
Every
for so
Forza
long.
game looks good. That's the thing.
Yeah,
it's like
that's
every
true. I was
like
gonna say that.
Forza 5 doesn't look like I think Forza 4 still looks good. Like,
You know the funny thing? I took a shower and got out, and they're still playing. Still
I remember I went to go get food during the stream and they were still talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good, but yet again, it's just another Forza game. That's, I
Yeah.
mean, I guess they're just gonna have updated cars, and that's about it.
And then
I mean,
Xbox, they tried to do it. They were like, ooh, we gonna do what Nintendo does. We're gonna hit you with the one more thing. And it was an IP of some game, a full CG trailer that no one knows what the fuck it's about. They clearly know how to do this.
Look at that. It look like what's it called? Like
It's basically Left 4
Left
Dead,
4 Dead.
but with vampires.
It doesn't look bad, I guess, but
It
yet again,
doesn't
it's
look
CG
bad, but as a one more thing game, it's like no
Yeah.
one knows what the fuck this game even
I was
They
is.
do the
expecting
one
Elder
more
Scrolls.
thing
You know,
if it's not-
entirely, I was
it's
expecting
not
Elder
good.
Scrolls 6. In my heart of hearts, I was
Why?
expecting Elder Scrolls 6. I'm gonna be honest.
It's gonna be like a big announcement, right? If it's a one more thing.
Yeah.
It should have been Fable.
It should have been Fable. It's or hell, they should have easily took one of the trailers of these other games they showed and made those the one more thing and would have made more sense.
If we could do Halo, that'll make it. They're announced Halo in it. There's no point.
They
They're
could have
announced
did
Halo.
what they could have made. They could have made Psychonauts 2 the one more thing and it would have been better. Because at least it would have got a release date. That's a long anticipated game at least. This game,
Honestly,
no one
Coast-
knows anything about it.
I wouldn't expect Elder Scrolls 6 until at least 2024.
No,
Yeah,
that's what I'm going with. I'm
Yeah.
not expecting Elder Scrolls. I mean,
But
the thing is, though, a lot of people are hinting next year because I mean, it's been in development ever since I believe like what is it? They showed it during like 2017 E3, 2018 E3, I forget, but it's been in development ever since Outer World was even considered a thought, and Bethesda's like not fucking.
What's called
Wait, you guys keep
Zero?
talking.
The thing,
Wait,
the thing with the thing with Psychonauts. That was the 8th trailer, like the 3rd.
it
4th
was,
showed
but
off.
still, people would have at least been excited to see a release date. That's my point. More people
I
would have
mean,
been excited to see that than anybody who even knew what a Redfall was.
I still feel like they should have saw like a game like they should have saw Gears of War or Onward or something or like Fate,
Gears
or
of War is
both
not a
these showed
one more
off.
thing.
Yes, it is.
That would have made everybody be like, oh, there's Gears of War. It's always here. If anything, I'm surprised it wasn't here this year.
I mean, what's it called? It hasn't been any new.
I mean, it would have been better than Godfall, but it wouldn't be that
year or
much better.
two.
That's my point.
I say because I like.
I mean,
I like
Redfall,
the
not
old-
even
I like the-
Godfall.
I like the old years. I want the new.
But anyway,
ones.
I don't care if you like the old Gears. We need to wrap this up. Gears wasn't here, so we can't talk about Gears.
Epic Games, come back.
Anyway, now we need to wrap this up because that's Xbox's entire hour 25-minute conference. Overall, I kind of feel like people overrate this one. It wasn't bad by any means, but like Xbox always feels like they're okay. They always feel like they're just okay with their conferences. I never feel like Xbox's conferences are ever terrible, but I never feel like Xbox's conferences are ever like amazing. They always just feel like they definitely had a conference. Like they just did what you're supposed to do.
They're never amazing. They're always
Yeah,
good
they're
at
never
moments. They're always
amazing, but
good.
they're never really bad either. They're always just, yeah.
And I think the last one was like actually good because they showed all like bunch of stuff. They showed all like new IPs.
It wasn't that bad, but it was. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't. It was only just because it wasn't terrible.
First,
No,
they showed a
no,
bunch of
no,
stuff in the Game
no,
Pass.
no,
Like they had a
no.
lot of content in
Yeah.
there.
One last year. They showed like
Alright.
a bunch of new.
I will rate
Well-
the Microsoft conference 6 tortilla shells out of 9 AA batteries.
I think my problem with it is when it comes to a Microsoft conference, half the games Microsoft usually shows people don't talk about. Like they'll show off a
I-
bunch of titles, and then most of them people won't even end up be
I-
talking about it until
No,
like the
I-
day after. Which is why I feel like half the
I don't
time
know
they're
why
showing these trailers
those-
for these
those-
games
those two
again,
games.
just so we talk about them again. Like no one talked about 7 minutes at all until they showed it again. You were like, oh yeah, that game.
I don't know zero because last one it was Fable and Onward. Those two games.
Okay, but
I
those
saw
games weren't
Arrow.
here.
They were in here. No, they're in a sizzle reel.
And
That
that's
counts.
but that's what I'm saying. Those were the big hitters of the last Microsoft E3. They just get some big hitters, and then everything else is just kind of meh.
Yeah.
And like, that's kind of the problem I think with Microsoft's E3s usually. Like it's fine, but like they never go to the like critical acclaim I think Nintendo or Sony reaches with their E3s.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's true. Yeah, I would no, you go ahead for that. I think what's called Xbox and the Sony ones are on like the same level. Sony's a little higher on the same level. in my
yeah.
opinion.
because even Sony doesn't always reach those highs. I'll definitely give you that. They always sometimes do. Bro, 'cause they don't know the strategy of the pre-made conference. That's the problem.
I did realize something. I think Fable was the last one time last year, 2 years ago. I'm pretty
I think
sure.
it was. I think it wasn't the one more thing because I remember it was just during the conference they just showed Fable.
Because I did this thing. I did when Joker review. I sprained my knee in excitement. I jumped up.
Oh
and
my
then-
god.
Oh, okay, so yeah, Xbox. I think we're done with them. Fucking Steel broke his knee. That's not good.
Are we getting to the meat and potatoes of the E3 this year?
There's Nintendo, and then wait, because there's still games that were announced, but like not announced at E3, but were announced around E3. Like the Elden Ring was announced, but it was announced during IGN's Summer Game Fest thing, which is like
Elden Ring looks
yeah,
so
which
good.
is a pretty big deal game, but what literally wasn't announced at Bandai Namco's thing at all, which was just kind of weird.
It's gonna be weird because it's a Souls what is it? It's a Souls
Is it supposed to be a
MMO.
sequel to Dark Souls?
No, it's supposed to be its
No,
own thing.
It's its own thing. It's like
The whole-
Sekiro
the
and
thing,
Bloodborne
the thing
and
that
everything
makes
like that.
Elden Ring special is the people working on it. It's from software, but I think isn't the writer like the people who write Game of Thrones? The guy who writes
Yeah,
Game of
George
Thrones?
George
Yeah.
R. R. or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
he-
they're working together. That's what makes people excited for Elden Ring. 'Cause,
Yeah,
you know,
it's gonna be really good. It's MMO Souls.
I'm so excited for Demon Souls #8.
yeah. Let's go. It looks fine. It looks like it looks like an interesting game.
They showed gameplay in it too. Like a lot of people were still thinking if that's like if that was what was it, like the cinematic part of it? No, that was actual gameplay.
It was
That's what the
gameplay
game
because it's
looks
called
like.
the gameplay reveal on their
Yeah,
YouTube
the-
channel.
The only thing I cared about was the Game of Thrones, right? I don't care about anything else.
It looks
It's
pretty.
not
it-
Demon Souls. It's not a Demon Souls game.
It looks pretty cool, but I'm just glad it got announced. It's one of those games where it's like people kept talking about if it existed or not. So it's nice to see it actually get like talked about.
Yeah, because his hero is like to me like a better Demon Souls. It was something different. It was not Demon Souls 8. It was
And-
something different.
That's fair. That's why Sekiro did get popular. But it's also, and it seems, and they kind of threw the gauntlet at fucking Game Freak because they're releasing in the same year as Pokemon Legends.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
January 2022. They're like, fuck you, Pokemon.
January 2022 is gonna be
That
something.
reminds me. The Pokemon League thing came out. The trailer came
Yeah,
out.
Pokemon Unity. That wasn't at E3 though. That was like, they had its own like.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
Pokemon
yeah.
Unite, not
So we
Pokemon
can't
Unite.
talk about it.
I don't care. It's League.
What was the other thing? There was a Borderland with Tiny Tina's Wonderland thing.
Oh yeah, that looks
Yeah.
cool.
They announced
I-
that game.
that
That
looks
looked.
cool.
Wait.
Wait, are we still talking about Xbox? They
No,
showed a
no,
lot
no.
of
We're
stuff.
talking about
No,
we're talking about things that
Summerfest.
were shown at like the summer. Just games that were announced around
Oh.
E3. Hideo, the fucking Death Stranding is getting Metal Gear Solid DLC. I don't director's cut. I don't know what's going on. Kojima showed up. He talked about 9/11 for uncomfortably long.
Right.
Thank you,
He talked
Kojima.
about tragedy.
He showed up, talked about 9/11 for uncomfortably a long amount of time, and then
He brought it up
left.
3 times.
He
Yeah.
brought
Three
it up
times.
more than once.
It was
And one time was already too
Someone
many
in the
times, my
chat.
guy.
He what?
He said 9/11
Wait,
changed
what?
gaming. A 9/11
He's-
something.
Like,
Nine-
I don't-
It's so.
It's so weird. I was like,
it's out of pocket.
Metal
That's
Slug-
literally the only way I can describe it is just out of pocket. He was like, yeah, 9/11 is like changing the gaming industry. It's like that is
so
not the
weird.
focus of this dude. It's
You can't say
like,
that.
Kojima, do you know where you are?
I know Kojima, but you're in the mono time. You can't.
Anyway, Metal Slug came back. Now it's a tactics game. It looks kind of cool, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Metal Slug's a tactics game, so
Yeah, the
that's
female
kinda...
are kind of bad now.
The females
Shut
always look kind of bad in Metal Slug. That's
Yeah,
literally how they
yeah.
always looked.
No. You made the one that had big nose and everything. Remember that one?
It's
You remember
literally-
you?
I'm
no,
talking about the
look it up.
red-haired girl isn't new.
Philo? I don't know
Yeah.
her. I don't know her. I'm talking about. But you seen the old version of her? Where is it?
I'm pretty sure these are the same exact characters.
It is.
So anyway, regardless, so that was announced. I'm trying to see other things. The Evil Dead game got more stuff. I guess I don't know if anybody is interested in Evil Dead here personally.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. DDLC Plus happened.
Oh,
What's
that,
DDLC
that-
Plus?
I didn't watch the IGN thing on Monday.
That they just kind of dropped that on a
Yeah,
fucking
because
nowhere.
I was like, I'm not gonna watch IGN. What
I
the
remember-
fuck? IGN gonna show off their
I
summer
remember,
games, and I woke up
remember
to 12 Discord notifications.
I remember when I posted that and Henry like Steel and Doc were like, "What? what is this?"
I woke up to like 12 Discord notifications, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I made a reaction video and everything, and yeah, I was not expecting that to be announced. I also wasn't expecting it to come out like in the same month that it was announced.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is still cursed.
It's fucking crazy. It's funny because I went back to the stream where they announced it to look at the chat, and everyone in the chat was freaking the fuck out.
Yeah,
It's still cursed.
I think it's like one of the. It's
How is it cursed?
It's coming to console.
Oh, yeah, it's coming to. It's gonna. I'm curious how that's gonna be. I'm getting it on Switch. That's fucking amazing. It's amazing to go on the eShop and see DDLC there, and I'm like, this
Yeah.
is weird, but I love it.
Oh
It's
my
good.
God.
It's good. It's a good time.
I'm excited.
It's-
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it too, and it's and if anything, it also kind of showed me, weirdly enough, how popular DDLC is compared to other indie games.
Yeah?
Because other
It's
indie
a-
games have gotten
For
like
Smash?
new content before, and like they've never trended on Twitter.
No.
like DDLC
That got number
trended on
number
Twitter.
6, I believe.
Yeah,
Number
for-
5.
it was like for like the entire day it trended on
Yeah.
Twitter that day. I was like, Jesus.
I'm telling you, DDLC for Smash, dude.
Me outfit definitely might happen. I'm saying.
It's what? It's a big. It's like one of the
It's
big. VMs.
I guess it's definitely considered as popular as like Cuphead, I guess at this point, and like
I did
the
not
other
think it was
big-
that popular.
I
still
didn't
at
think it
all.
was either
Honestly,
until
bro.
I saw it
saw that shit.
trending. I always felt like it was slightly. I always felt like it was higher than like Hello Neighbor and like Bendy, obviously, but I never
Yeah.
thought it was. I never. I guess it's like. I mean, I guess I always did think it was semi on par with Undertale, but I guess here it is.
It's so weird. It's so weird for me to think about.
I've never thought it'd be Undertale. I thought it'd be like Cuphead stuff, not Undertale.
Like, Cuphead's on like the
Like,
same level as Undertale.
No, or like, what I mean, like Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's to me is
Five Nights at Freddy's is like a weird one. Is it weird that I feel like FNAF isn't as popular as those just because I feel like it's more popular in the West than it is or everywhere?
I say that and like what's called Minecraft counts indie. Is it still count?
Minecraft's not indie anymore. No, Microsoft fucking no, that's not indie anymore.
I mean, it's
That's
still
triple-
small.
It
that's-
started.
it's still
It
a small-
started
it's still a
as an
small
indie,
team.
but it's
still a small team.
I don't know.
That's
I-
AAA.
but-
it does the funding of a AAA game, but it's still a small team.
funding is still funding
is
of a
not a small
AAA
team
game.
anymore.
And also, yeah, it's not a small team anymore. What?
I thought it was.
I mean, it's still Mojang.
But it's just
Mojang
a bigger
still exclusively
Mojang.
works on the main
Yeah.
core game. It's just now Microsoft is in charge of all the ports and like the extra shit.
But
That's
yeah,
all
it's
they're
like,
doing.
but yeah, it's like I think FNAF's only big in like, because that's another thing. When Security Breach was shown, FNAF didn't trend.
Yeah, no.
Because like last I checked, when the PlayStation conference was shown, PS5 trended. FNAF itself didn't trend.
It also might be the fact that like FNAF is always like. Still
It's also the fact
constantly
FNAF's
around.
always been here.
Yeah, no one's gonna get like
Yeah,
people
I-
excited
I-
get trending
that.
because it's always like in people's faces.
I think it should be trending because it's coming to console. It's gonna exclusive to Sony.
What, FNAF?
Exclusive. Yes.
Security Breach I thought was coming on Xbox One also.
No, exclusive.
It's a PC and it's on it's on PC.
Oh, I feel
It's-
dumb.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm pretty sure that Security Breach game was, yeah, it's PS4, PS5, and Microsoft Windows.
But just not Xbox, yeah.
Whether or not it looks like a PS5 game is up to a different story. But yeah, DDLC
I mean,
Plus
to me
looks
it
cool.
does.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how they're gonna do a lot of the things. That's why I think my playthrough, I'm probably gonna do it on the Switch because I'm curious to see how it's gonna work on a console.
I know there people were showing there was like a
It's a
fake
virtual-
file.
There's like a yeah,
option.
there's like a.
virtual.
It seems like it's like a virtual browser. So I'm definitely like.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah,
heard.
I'm
Wait, still go ahead.
I might get on PC and get on console. 'cause
I'm
I
gonna get
want
it on
the
PC
file
later.
stuff.
I
Yeah.
got 2 copies on Switch, one on PS5 and one on PS4.
I got I got a digital copy on Switch so I can play it when it releases, and I got the physical edition on Switch because I want a physical copy of the game
I'm probably
plus all the
doing-
little special stuff.
I'm doing the opposite. I want the
What?
physical on the Switch and then just the digital on PC. So
It's because I want to do the playthrough as soon
No.
as possible, and I wanted to do
Oh,
it on
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Switch because it's like I want to see because it's like I want to see how a playthrough of this game on the Switch would look like.
When does it come out again? What, the 20,
The
20...
the
30th.
30th.
Oh, it comes out the 30th. I thought it was like the 27th or something.
But come on, second No More Heroes. I don't know
It-
now.
It is a little funny though because there's a lot of people who are saying like, oh man, the modding scene for it and stuff. It's like I don't know if the modding scene is gonna be that popular because the fact that there's a virtual desktop that the game
Yeah.
is like trying to emulate. And I feel like most mods, the only like mods that handle the meta aspect of the game would want to deal with that. I think. So it's like I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be too many mods for DDLC Plus, but I can't really guess. I'm mostly just excited to play it just for new content, new music.
Yeah.
I want to see
And
the
music.
side
I'm
stories.
also excited about the music.
And the
Or
side
is
stories.
it I'm playing side stories?
Yeah, I'm gonna be able to write these characters better. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's I think everything else. Before we get with Nintendo, let me talk about the things we were given. So, somewhat sneak peeky gave 50 bits. The only thing I remember from E3 is Capcom showing the pants. Who could forget about the pants? Also, hi
Pants.
Zero. The Oh, wait, what pants? Actually, I feel like I know what he's
Remember
talking about,
the
but not at the
pants?
same
They were
time.
like they showed the DLC for like there was like a pants DLC
Oh,
where they're like
yeah,
get
yeah,
new
for what-
clothes and
for
there
what
was like
game?
pants.
That's what
I
I'm saying.
forgot
Monster Hunter.
which Monster Hunter it was.
This
But it
is
was one
pants?
of them.
It
Yeah,
was
they
the,
were just like,
it
here's
was,
an outfit,
Rise.
it's
It was
pants.
Rise.
Oh, okay. Well, I think because I remember me talking about pants during the thing. Okay, I remember it slightly. Zcast sponsored ads says this podcast is sponsored by DDLC Plus. No, it's not. A great game that's gonna get an
No,
epic console version with new
no,
music
it's
tracks
not.
and fantastic art as well. It's like I would love to be sponsored, but it's not gonna happen. Is it gonna drop frames on the Switch? Probably not, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. I'd be very surprised if it did. It's a fucking
Yeah,
video
what?
game.
It's
It's
a
a
visual
novel.
novel. It's a
Bro, that
book.
thing's already going like
I mean-
3 frames per
I
second
mean,
anyway.
to
What
be
do you
fair, according to MitHost, who is the community manager, he has confirmed what it runs on. It runs on Unity, a very custom version of
Oh.
Unity that is emulating it to look like it's Ren'Py. So it's like a very custom version of Unity. But even then, I don't think it takes that much for it to run on Unity.
Yeah, no.
It's so
does not.
fucking
Unity
book.
is
How
not
can it
demanding.
drop frames?
And then they also gave another $2. Speaking of Minecraft, this podcast is not sponsored by the Sonic Minecraft DLC. Thank you. Play as Sonic in Minecraft. Race through Green Hill Zone. Watch Eggman piss on the Minecraft moon. It's available now, or save your money for
Thank you.
DDLC
On the
Plus.
Minecraft moon.
Yeah, save your money for DDLC Plus, kids.
or the 3D Sonic game on Minecraft.
Pretty Sonic game on Minecraft.
I'm gonna
bro.
piss on the moon.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I saw a video that they changed Sonic EX.
EX, what?
The Sonic could be possibly Sonic EX.
Sonic.exe.
.exe.
Oh.
What?
Sonic EX.
I don't remember. It looks like so long
Sonic
ago.
All right. So now we talk about Guilty Gear Strive. So no, we have to talk.
Oh.
No, we're not. That wasn't at E3.
No,
Shut up.
never.
That was at E3. Shut up.
Monkeys.
Anyway, so now we talk about E3 so far wasn't looking so hot for a lot
Everybody
of
was
people.
like, Nintendo, please save us.
And I had very high doubts. That was worrying me because I was like, guys, we're depending on Nintendo. Nintendo's not afraid to have a shitty E3. So I don't know why people are like depending on them. And sure enough, Nintendo had a pretty good E3.
Showed
They
out.
came out swinging.
I don't
They
know if it
showed out.
was.
Came out, bro.
I don't know. Some people say it wasn't better than like the 2019 one where they showed Banjo, but like I don't know. I feel like this was slightly better than that one in my opinion.
They showed Metroid. So
They showed, yeah. So we have to go in order, of course, with what Nintendo showed. So of course Nintendo showed up, and they of course started off with a thing that they probably just didn't want to get leaked. So they were like, all right, let's just start off with the Smash Fighter, just to get it over with. So if you just see Ganon's dead fucking body.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Breath of the Wild 2 footage.
That's what a lot of people were saying that in the chat. I remember that specifically.
already-
Like Breath of the Wild 2.
I know some people
That's
knew.
what I thought for a sec.
See, I don't know why people thought that because I knew it was Smash Bros. Because it was Ocarina of Time game.
Yeah,
Why would they show?
I didn't think about the Ganon.
But I wasn't-
Why would it? How could it
but, like-
possibly be Breath of the Wild 2?
But like he
shut
gets
Super
thrown
Mario,
off a
yeah.
cliff, and it shows that it is Kazuya Moshima from Tekken.
Dude, man.
I
Little
couldn't
cookie
recognize who it was by the cliff because I've only played Tekken from like Tekken 4 on my PS2. Like I played Tekken a little bit, but I wasn't full. But I tell you enough to when I saw the fucking chest, I was like, "Is that fucking Kazuya?"
I still didn't know who it was from it because that clip is a meme.
Yeah, yeah. It was like once it saw it was Kazuya, I was like, "That's why he's on the cliff." Because yeah, the whole story is that Heihachi threw Kazuya off the cliff when he was a child. Because
And Hinata does it to him.
yeah, I was gonna say Heihachi does it to him, and at the end of the first game, when Kazuya gets grown up, he throws him off the cliff. But overall, yeah, everyone was expecting a Scrimblow Blue Blow or a JRPG McGuy.
Shut
Instead,
up.
we got Street Fighter McGuy.
Shut up.
We got a fighting guy.
Why did
I-
TeamSpeak just poke me?
TeamSpeak does that.
The server
I
does
went
that,
to
yeah.
Void.
I'm fine with Kazuya. I'm fine with him.
I'd be fine with it. The story's already in the game.
Shut up. I'm fine with him, although I will say this.
Who's playing a game?
Yeah, I was gonna say, whoever's playing a game, you need to like turn up, push to talk or something, because I
That
can
would
hear
be
your
Steel.
controller.
The
Steel.
was
buttons.
me.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah,
ding.
we can hear your controller.
I mean, Ninja Gaiden.
He can't stop gaming, bro.
Fucking, but yeah, it's like, I'm fine with Kazuya. I think my only problem with him is the fact that his whole thing is that he's a fighting character in not a real fighting game. But it's like we kind of done that like twice already. So it's like we're doing it again. It starts to get a little stale. Which
Yeah,
I
I don't know how they're gonna make him
I guess their
not-
answer to that was to give him
curious.
his demon
Yeah,
form thing.
It's a 10-point combo though. It's that 10-point combo you spam A.
Yeah, he
His
does
10
still
hit
look
combo.
fun. Yeah, like don't get me wrong, he looks
His 10-hit
fun.
combo looks sick in this
Yeah,
game.
he looks
Uh,
fun. I just,
yeah,
it's one of
that-
those things where it's like, I don't think I'm super hype, and I think a lot of people aren't super hype just because he's just another, oh, they added the conventional fighting game character and the non-conventional fighting game thing again, you know?
They added a shadow.
It's something telling. Add
Yeah.
a character with a sword from a fighting game. I
Don't
mean,
add a character with a
calculative.
sword don't add a character with a sword. People have been complaining about that.
I don't care. You need. I don't care.
I don't
I'm
care.
fine with it.
Unique.
If I had to pick between fucking Lloyd and Kazuya, I'd still pick Kazuya.
I mean, I'll pick Lloyd. I'm biased.
Of course you
so.
would, because you're biased. But they just added Sephiroth and fucking Mithra and Pyra. I think they should add somebody who isn't using a sword. I'm not even.
But how many people have the fist?
I'm not even somebody who
people have the
complains.
fist?
I'm not even someone who complains about sword users in this game. But I would think it's a little redundant to have 3 sword fighters back to back in the DLC.
I mean, what else are we gonna use?
Their fists, like Kazuya.
I mean, how many have those? How many have of those?
I don't know, Steel, but we haven't had people with fists 2 in a row right before him.
Yeah.
That's my point. Like, do you not understand the point I'm trying to make here? The placement of Lloyd in this would be terrible. He would literally be right after we just had 2 other fucking sword fighters.
Well,
3.
he'd be the last one.
Pirate.
Like, it was like even in the Fighters Pass 1, they fucking saw that with fucking having Banjo and Terry being fighting with their fists, and then they fucking did Byleth.
Yeah.
Now imagine if they did Joker Hero Byleth.
God.
Lord.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
I
That
would
would be
probably
way
delete
too
Twitter.
many in a row. I feel like Kazuya's good to be there to separate that. I
So,
just think he should have been in the game as like a base game character, if anything. I feel like it was kind of weird that for Bandai Namco to get another rep, it had to be DLC. Like Pac-Man was their rep for Smash 4, but it's like he was also their rep for Smash Ultimate.
I no, I see what you're saying. You see, should have been
Yeah.
in the game. But
It feels weird.
Do that. I think I had Terry the base dead.
I don't think Terry's not a base roster. My point is, because here's my point. Look at Smash 4 to Smash Ultimate. Smash 4, the companies that added their characters got something extra in Ultimate, usually, depending if they're picky. Square Enix is a different story. But, fucking, because, like, look at Capcom. Capcom got Ken. Fucking Konami, they got Simon Belmont. Like, companies who were already putting in characters got extra characters just put into the base roster. But Namco Bandai, a company who was physically working on Smash Bros. With Nintendo, only had Pac-Man still to represent them for Ultimate. Like, it just felt a little weird, like, that they didn't have anybody else.
And
Like,
it's
the fact that
weirder
they
that he's
didn't
a
have
DLC.
Heihachi.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's like, it
Yeah,
feels a little
I-
odd.
I-
Like, it feels like a
I kinda
Tekken
wish that
character
happened, though.
should have happened way earlier, if anything.
I kind of wish that happened because that mean
Lloyd could have got in if he was base
God
roster.
damn
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
But I don't want Lloyd from Bandai. I want what's it called? The guy from Neen Cooney. Forgot his name.
They could have got
Oh,
him,
Oliver.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it
Oliver.
just feels weird that a Tekken character had to be DLC of all things. He probably should have been in the game already.
Yeah, I was saying Oliver would be cool. He was using magic, magic and everything. That'd be cool.
But yeah, Kazuya ends up being the second to last fighter. We're going to be getting his presentation on the 28th, so that's going to be interesting.
That was 20. That was
Forgot
26.
about that.
It was 28th, because I'm looking at it right now.
Uh,
It
I
comes with
wonder if they're probably gonna do same day drop. I wouldn't be
They
surprised.
might. He comes with an alternate outfit. He's in a suit. You dress casual for your beatdown.
well,
Yeah.
it's a day you see me depressed again. That's a day.
Yeah, we're gonna see me outfits. But
Day to be depressed.
and then next they showed Life is Strange again. Yay!
I like
did.
when they show me outfits. Everyone
They
thinks the
showed
best.
Life
I
is
like it.
Strange again. Yay! Let's just skip it. Then they showed Guardians of the Galaxy again, which I didn't know this because when I saw it, I said, "Oh shit, this game's gonna be on the Switch. That's pretty impressive." Little did I know that I didn't read the bottom where it says that this game is going to be a cloud version of Guardians of the Galaxy on the Switch.
What?
knew it instantly.
What
Which
does that
is-
mean?
Oh, you guys don't know about the Nintendo Switch
You guys
cloud
don't
version?
know about cloud
No,
gaming.
what is a cloud
The
game? What is
Switch has
cloud
some
version?
games on. There's some games on the Switch that are cloud versions where they basically stream the game to your Switch instead of you actually playing it through the Switch. So it's like you're playing PlayStation Now,
Dude, it's
basically.
like the fucking Stadia.
Yeah, basically.
Gross.
They've done that with games like Control. I think Hitman 3 on the Switch is like that. Like, yeah.
Because the Switch
Overwatch.
can't run
Wait,
them.
so-
The Switch
so
can't
like-
run it.
Poo-poo.
So like when you buy the game, you have to connect to the internet. Is
Yeah,
what you're telling me?
Yeah,
Yes.
What the fuck?
yeah, it's dumb.
Just-
So
Just have internet, lol.
they showed They showed Worms Rumble. They showed Astria Ascending. They just did a little sizzle reel of a bunch of games that look, and then they showed Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania,
Let's go.
which is actually a really good fucking looking game.
Yeah, I want that.
The guy who made Yakuza made that game.
Yeah, everyone was like, everyone was excited to thinking they were gonna talk about Donkey Kong, but they talked about another monkey. So I mean, everyone should be excited about that.
The better monkey.
I-
The better monkey.
I saw a fucking Twitter reply that was like, where somebody was like talking about, hey, we didn't go like another monkey game that isn't fucking Donkey Kong, and then somebody his name that was Cowabunga with the sad DK thinks that I'm used to this pain.
used to this pain. Bro, all I'm saying is Super Monkey Ball Mania actually looks like a good game, and it's a Switch exclusive, so that's actually very weird.
I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, that's
I
a
love playing with monkey.
And then-
ball.
Wasn't Monkey Ball always like a Nintendo? exclusive?
no,
no.
No.
No?
no, it's made by Sega.
No, I know, but like, wasn't it always on Nintendo
I could have
consoles?
sworn. I
No,
could have sworn
no,
Monkey
it's been
Ball's
on-
been on
There
was-
other. Yeah,
there
it's
was
been on
never-
it's been on
there was
Xbox
never
and
exclusive.
PlayStation.
I've
Yeah.
only ever seen Monkey Ball on Nintendo
It's been on,
consoles. I didn't
it's been
know
on
that.
other stuff.
Yeah, I've had it on like the PlayStation
Yeah.
before.
And then
It's too-
they did Mario Party that we always wanted them to do.
Yeah,
I
thank
don't know why it
God.
took
Part
so
by
long.
Yeah.
Mario Party came back and we weren't scared this time.
The Mario Party we've always wanted.
So they basically took what they did with the top 100 on the 3DS and didn't make it suck by not having it on the 3DS and deciding to put deciding to actually bring back game boards from the old Mario parties as well.
Ouija board?
The Ouija board. You got fucking.
Luigi.
They got fucking Peach's birthday
I-
cake. They got fucking
I'm-
Spaceland.
I'm not
Yeah,
wait,
that's
wait,
what they all
wait
wanted
till they
them
say
to
no,
do.
no online. Wait till they say it's not online.
They literally said online
They
play
said it
in
was
the trailer.
online.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was gonna say they covered all the bases. They literally said online play is supported. They even fucking said that if you play with your friends, you can
Yeah.
save your progress mid game.
Yes.
If
Yes.
they,
So,
they
like, if one-
specifically said if somebody accidentally disconnects from the game, it will auto save, so you can just pick up where you left
Yeah,
off.
they said you can take a break. You can basically take a break with your friends and be like, we can play this tomorrow, and then come back and then continue.
That's epic.
This is
It
giving
is
me
epic.
this is giving me hope of
100
the future of Nintendo because this is the first.
You can also play as Donkey Kong again.
You can play as
So-
Donkey Kong. Let's go.
you're saying we want,
And they put the Bowser spaces back.
100
Yes.
turn.
This is what all that funding into a new online server went to.
You
100
can-
turns? Are you able to do that?
Probably. Dude,
Oh
you can
my
do that in
God.
other Mario parties. Only went to 50. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like,
Uh,
See what you can
100.
do, Nintendo.
They
when
have
you
one-
don't use Windows 98.
They have 100 mini games across. So the boards are just from the first N64 Mario parties, but the mini games are
Oh.
apparently from across the entire series. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good. The mini games are from like all across the entire series, so that's gonna be exciting. They have Book Squirm, so that's good. They made sure to
I
have
need
Book
to-
Squirm.
I'm about to look up a list of all the mini games.
They only
Yeah,
showed
oh,
some.
I'm
There's probably someone who compiled the list of like just looking by the pictures. It seems like they got a lot of the best ones, like Facelift. We gotta fucking move Bowser. Also, that's another thing. Mentioning Bowser, because in Super Mario Party, Bowser was a fucking playable character. So because of that, there was no Bowser spaces, and I think I saw a Bowser space in this game. So I don't think yeah, there are Bowser spaces.
Yeah,
So
there are
Bowser
Bowser spaces. I said that
Finally, the
earlier.
Bowser space is back. Thank you. I like as
Good.
much
But
as it's cool to play as Bowser, it's better when Bowser's there to just to be an
And then
asshole.
last minute, they're like, in the last minute development, they're like, oh, let's take the basic Bowser space out.
I mean, they put Bowser Jr. instead.
That's weird to have
No, he's not
what
the same.
Bowser as a Bowser space and not like DK spaces. like.
Oh yeah, there's no
both of them.
DK space. Well, it's his DK
Yeah, there's no
space.
DK.
Well, DK spaces only got introduced in Mario Party 5 when they just stopped making him a playable character for some reason.
Yeah, because like it
Well,
was like
that's
Oh, I'll
DK.
definitely be playing.
DK
We'll
was like
definitely
the
be playing
good
it on the
guy.
channel, Elvis.
Oh yeah.
Definitely playing this on the
Yeah.
channel. But now, Nintendo, I'm just a little peeved because now I own Super Mario Party for no reason. So you know.
Kind of glad
I
I
didn't buy it. I was smart.
I'm glad I didn't buy it because I didn't.
Well, now me and Cam can play it. Fuck you guys. Me and Cam
buy
will
it,
play
you buy it
Super
for
Mario
me?
Party
You
on
buy
our
it
own.
for me?
Literally,
For me?
he literally
You
did
buy it
this
for
to
me?
us. Oh,
Fuck
you
you
shut
guys.
up.
Anyway, so after that, they were started talking about how Metroid Prime 4 was still in development, and everybody was like, "Well, this is fucking
Aw.
sad." And then, but then they were like, "We got a new Metroid game to show you, though," and everybody was like, "Huh?" And then they were
Everyone
like,
was
"Oh
like,
shit,
"Bro?"
this game looks pretty fucking cool. This is a cool
What
Metroid
is
game.
it?
I wonder what it's called." Then they said Metroid Dread, and everyone was like, "What?"
Game that canceled?
The game that was canceled in 2008?
Plot
Yeah.
twist. Plot twist. The game was never counted. It was just being developed.
It was
ever
being
since-
developed on for 20 years.
It did say that. Then I'm like, no,
It was their side project.
The fucking, again, can I just talk about, this is the shit I talk about, like with Microsoft or Sony with their conferences. Like, Sony's getting better at it. Microsoft still doesn't know how. Nintendo knows how to reveal shit. Because, like,
Yeah.
they just put Metroid 5 in the beginning, and you're just looking at this gameplay, and you're like, holy shit, this game looks fucking cool. I love this game. What Metroid game is this? And it just says Metroid, and then Dread, and you're like, what? Like, they knew putting Dread there was gonna freak people out. Like, they knew what was gonna happen when they put that word on the screen.
That game looks terrifying. I don't like the thought of
Yeah,
a
it
robot
looks
chasing
like the
me.
scariest
It looks
Metroid
scary.
game, but to be
Yeah.
fair, it looks scarier than Metroid Fusion on the Game Boy Advance. So the whole point of that game was to avoid your suit, and that shit was kind of scary too.
Oh god.
Yeah. It was.
I gotta run for my clothes.
Yeah. What's taking away? What's taking away? What was it? Was it like Cell or something? Not Cell.
Well,
Was
the
it original
the
game?
SAS.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
no,
the enemy that yeah, it's like yeah, this is a sequel to Metroid Fusion. It's like I want to play this game.
I got
I'm-
the special edition.
I'm
excited.
buying I'm buying this game definitely, but it's one of those things where it's like if I play it on the channel, I feel like people are going to be confused if I don't play the other Game Boy Advance games. So it's one of those things which I'm totally fine with playing because those are the ones I actually did play. Those are the Metroid games I could get into. I could never get into Prime. It was weird. Every time I tried to play
Wow, I
Prime,
never
I
Prime.
never got into it.
I
I think that's the Metroid that I had on the game. Was it on the GameCube?
Yeah. There's a
Yeah, that's
first
the one
person
I had.
Metroid.
Yeah.
I played Zero Mission on the Game Boy Advance, and that was the one that stuck with me because it was like a remake of the first game on the Game Boy Advance, and it was really fucking cool. And then I played Fusion, which was the sequel, and it was like those are the ones I really liked. And this is, I think, a sequel to Fusion, so I'm like, hell yeah, bro. That's gonna be interesting. And again, also the box art for the game is probably one of the darkest first-party Nintendo game box arts I think I've ever seen.
It's spooky.
Like, that's actually some spooky ass box art for a Nintendo game.
Let me look up the box art real quick.
I'll send it to you, dog.
Metro was never really a child-friendly.
Yeah,
series.
Metroid was never a child-friendly series. People like to sit here and be like, Zelda's the not child-friendly series. No, it was Metroid.
It doesn't
Yeah.
look that spooky.
The guys in the back are pretty
For
spooky.
Nintendo- For
For
Nintendo.
Nintendo,
For
though, it's kinda
Nintendo,
spooky.
it's like
Those
it's
are
a
the
little
dreads.
unsettling.
Don't say it.
For Nintendo, it's like, oh shit.
Like this is like it's not like this is a third-party game. This is a Nintendo
I- I-
property.
I
so
still-
like
I
them
still-
making
Those
this
are
is like,
the
what the fuck?
Dread robots.
Yeah, for a
I
Nintendo
still-
property, it's like, oh my god.
I still my theory, and I'm still saying this correct. That the Federation put Samus through like this off-world planet.
We do know some of the story already. They've confirmed some of the story.
Mhm.
It was
What is it? Is
I have to look for it because I saw it
I
on
know
the.
nothing about the Metroid.
It was on. Here we go.
I've never
It-
played a Metroid
It
game.
said
ever,
the
yeah.
plot was that basically they sent those robots there to eliminate the X parasite still from Fusion. They
The
said there's
amiibo
still
stuff
some
looks
on that
cool.
planet ZDR. So they sent the EMMI robots to investigate the planet. And then Samus intercepts the transmission and travels there also. As the only being in the universe with immunity to the parasite, Samus seeks to uncover whether they truly still exist. But while she's there, turns out the robots went rogue and seek to kill her.
Also, can I point out
I
that
thought she has it in her body.
She
From the suit.
that is something that people are trying to bring up. They're like, that might be why the robots are. She might think they went rogue, but that's probably why they're trying to kill her.
Yeah. I still say the Freezer Cinder there on purpose. That's why she's in the lab.
But she wasn't sent there. Because remember, the Federation hasn't talked to her anymore. She doesn't talk to the Federation anymore. She only talks to Adam Malkovich on her computer. Because she only gets there because she intercepts a transmission.
Adam
Yeah.
Milkovich?
They probably want her to do that. They probably want her to
He
do
wanted her
something.
to, they might have allowed her to intercept the transmission. Yeah, they probably did that to intercept it, potentially.
Yeah, to kill her, get rid of the Metroid
And get rid of the plant, yeah, the Pex parasite fully.
Yeah, and you're in the lab, so you can get our body and experiment with it because that's the last bit there ever is.
That would be interesting. But yeah, the game looks fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Nintendo.
what I just want to point out with that is that Samus's armor, cool.
Oh yeah,
as fuck.
Samus's armor looks really cool too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that color.
It's like a
design lot.
weird version of the fusion armor. That's the weird
That
part, but
nice
it's like
purple
not at the
palette.
same time.
The amiibo set looks really good for it too. I'm excited to get those amiibos. I bought them.
Oh, what were you gonna say, Stu?
Oh, no, I think there's one thing Metro Prime 2 or 3 has this armor similar to it. I don't see what armor it is.
It looks like the fusion armor from the GBA, from Metroid Fusion, which was the GBA game that came out before this, but like slightly different.
Let me see.
Because this is what it semi looks like. It kind of looks like the armor from that she wears because she doesn't have her regular armor.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. That color.
But anyway, so next they showed off a sizzle reel of Just Dance was there.
Of course.
Cruisin' Blast. Apparently, a lot of people are excited for this game. I don't know what this game is, but apparently a lot of people are excited for it. It looks cool. It's like a little racing game. You get to play as a unicorn.
It's like
at
an
one point.
arcade.
Oh
racing
yeah,
it's like an
that cute
arcade
little
race.
game. I liked
It's like
what
it looks like an
one.
arcade racing game. Yeah, so it looks
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Look nice.
Oh, yeah.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is coming to the Switch.
Oh yes,
right.
Dragon Ball 7 frames edition.
So no, see that's no, that's the weird part because I was wondering why the hell is this game getting its own like featured thing? Because I didn't know why it didn't just get its own scissor. Also, I don't know what else. What do you mean? It looks like it's running fine on the Switch.
Yeah.
Man,
If they can handle Breath of the Wild,
game
I'm pretty sure they
trailers can
handle
be
that game.
deceiving.
I don't know. It looks like
The Switch can handle Breath of the Wild though.
We don't know.
it looks like it's running fine, but I think I heard they said apparently after looking into it, it's apparently coming with something that's going to be exclusive to the Switch and then added later to the other versions.
What? Oh.
It's like because it doesn't have the Trunks DLC that the other ones have right now.
I thought
But-
it did.
It doesn't. It doesn't have it yet. It has It has a new Power Awakens set, which I think gives you a bunch of items. But
Dude, it's Dragon Ball Hero.
fucking, if I recall, hold up,
It's probably.
I think I heard that it said that they were gonna have that it's gonna have playable. The fusion characters are gonna be playable. Yeah,
Dragon
here
Ball
it is.
Heroes.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Switch will be exclusively getting new sub-stories where both Vegito and Gotenks are playable. Later,
Oh,
other
Vegeta and
platforms will
Gotenks.
also get these additions.
I thought it's Dragon Ball Heroes. It's probably Heroes then.
No, it's not Dragon Ball Heroes. They mean like, because in the game, you can't turn into Vegito or Gotenks outside the story when you can turn into them. So, but with the Switch version, they're adding the ability to you just transform into Vegito or Gotenks whenever the fuck you're just out in the overworld.
I thought like a sub story with those two.
But they do get a sub story, yeah. But I doubt it's gonna be Dragon Ball Heroes. It might just be some random ass fucking in canon thing. I don't know.
Dragon Hero would be cool.
I doubt it'd be Heroes, but
Tanks,
yeah. Apparently, I guess that's why they got its own separate sizzle reel, but it got its own separate thing. But it's like it's definitely a little. Oh no, it does have the Battle of Gods and Fukatsu no F DLC a lot of it, but it doesn't have the Trunks one. But yeah, that's why it got its own separate thing. They should have said that, but they didn't. Thanks Nintendo, doing another one of those. Then they talked about Mario Golf.
That game looks so good. I'm so excited for it.
It does look good. It looks like a good game. My only thing is though that kind of worries me is that they announced free updates will be added. Now,
Mm.
Now,
It's like 4 modes.
which is cool because it shows, it shows the Odyssey building and stuff, the Odyssey town. It's like, oh, that's cool. But if I recall, free updates, Nintendo recently has been going a little too happy with free updates to the point where they kind of find it as a reason to just release games
not
with like
finish the
half-baked. Yeah.
Release games that aren't done, yeah.
They release half-baked games and then they're
Hey,
like,
didn't they just come up with a CG
And they're
trailer
like,
today
oh,
for
wait a little while. I guess it's not too bad. Like, I don't
CG
have that
trailer
much
for
of a
what?
problem with it.
Mario Golf
Oh.
today? I remember somebody talking
I
about
don't
it.
know, probably.
I
think it is.
It's coming out in 2 days. I don't know why they're releasing more trailers.
I don't know, just to show people like it looks good. I wish it was Mario Tennis, but it looks
We already
good.
got Mario Tennis on
There's
the
a Mario
Switch.
Tennis on Switch already, yeah.
I know, but I want
He
I-
wants another one.
I do not
You
want
should be
another one.
Strikers,
I'd
dude.
rather have
Stop being
strikers or
selfish.
baseball at least.
Wait, what's the tennis game on Switch? What is
Tennis
that one?
Aces.
Tennis
Doesn't
Aces, yeah.
that game suck?
No,
I forget.
it's
No?
just tennis. It's
Doesn't
all
that-
right. I mean, it's not as good as power tennis because now it's chaotic. It's just a good tennis game.
Yeah.
Because
I remember hearing
playing
about
the
it
DS
people
Mario
who I knew
Tennis,
what
and
like
that
had
was
that
fun.
game.
Then
it
they
was on the
talk-
Switch like a few years ago.
Are we buying Mario Golf?
I already pre-ordered mine.
yeah,
I mean, I don't
me-
I don't
me
know
and
if
all
I
my
have
friends
if I
pre-ordered
have
it.
the money.
I don't think
for it.
I'm probably gonna have to buy that shit later because I had to pick between Guilty Gear Strive and Mario Golf.
Me and my friends all pre-ordered that. We're
But
gonna be
it's like
playing
I'm
that when it
probably
comes out.
gonna buy Mario Golf like later on down the line when I have money to buy it. Cam did not pre-order Mario Golf.
I think they meant Toast.
Oh yeah, Toast pre-ordered Mario Golf, not Cam.
Dang.
Then they showed Monster Hunter Stories again,
Let's go.
and then
Let's go.
they showed a new
They-
WarioWare.
Oh yeah, now we're getting
Yeah,
the meat
that
of everything.
though.
They just showed a bunch of
They showed a
everything here.
fucking like. Not only did Nintendo bring fucking Metroid back to life, they also fucking brought back WarioWare. Like,
I
what
was
the fuck?
Not expecting that.
Nintendo's
at
just all about reviving shit. This fucking direct, like
That's a lie. That's a lie.
that's not a lie because there's another game that gets revived
Not
later
a
that we're
lie.
gonna talk about. So they revived like
Yeah,
three
no,
things today.
Three. What the main three? The all main three big ones did have not revived yet.
What do you mean the main three big ones?
Kid Icarus, F-Zero.
Those are big?
What are you talking
I was
about?
about F-Zero is nowhere. F-Zero is not bigger than Metroid. What?
I feel like Metroid is
That's bigger
yeah.
than Metroid. But it's bigger than WarioWare. man.
The
War-
big three, F-Zero. Yes, of course.
Also, Steel, you're acting like an average Nintendo fan. Instead of being happy that they did something, you instead sit there and say, "You didn't do more."
I am happy.
But you just said, but I just said they're
I
reviving a
care
bunch of
more-
stuff, and then you said that's a lie. How is it a lie? They still revived things. Just because it's not everything doesn't mean they didn't revive.
Yeah, we got fucking Fatal
I-
Frame
I
to come
like-
talk up about in here. Like,
Or if it
that's
was
why-
things you
pretty
didn't
good,
care
man.
about, then yeah.
just because they fucking revived Advance Wars, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know I'm happy about
They
you know I'm
dropped
happy
that
about
game for your
You know
fucking
that.
waifu chest, bro. I don't like you have no right to complain. They
Waifu
fucking dropped that for
chest.
Still
waifu
looking like
chest.
the average Nintendo fan.
I mean, I like Advance War. You know that.
Yeah, I know. So then
You
you
gotta
need
stop
so
being the average Nintendo
so-
fan, and you gotta
so-
start being the average Nintendo
so you
enjoyer.
you need to give them you need to give them credit when they actually bring back series.
I give them credit.
Like, I don't think
but
I'll
I
ever
feel
play
like they
any
should
of
go
those
more.
revived games, but I'm still like, wow, they actually did that.
Bro, I'm
That's
playing
cool.
I'm buying Advance Wars.
I never.
Yeah, I have no idea what
I
the
We'll
never-
talk about that when we get there. Right now we talk about
I can't
WarioWare.
believe they
Alright,
brought back
alright.
Wario.
So the only thing with WarioWare though is it is slightly worrying is it does look kind of limited compared because you have to like use like their characters to move around the thing. Which
Yeah.
it's interesting in the fact that they say you can like pick different characters and there's different ways to do it. So it's like that is interesting. But I'm curious to see how if it's gonna be limited to some degree because like WarioWare never had like a basis like that before. It just kind of did whatever it wanted. Like
Yeah, you have to do whatever emotions.
Yeah.
Or, buttons
so it's
you
like it
wanted
feels like
instead
they're
of
putting
having
way
to-
more specifics on it, which I don't know how much they can really add, but who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
they'll
It's
I
do
didn't
it.
actually
co-op,
think of
too.
that does make sense though, because you have to have mini games now based on
That
the
have
movement
the
of
movement,
a character
yeah.
on screen.
So I'm curious,
Mm.
but it looks fun. I'm glad he's back. And then they
Yeah.
showed Shin Megami Tensei 5 more,
God, that game
Yeah.
looks so good. I'm so
where you
excited to
become a
play it.
woman, I guess now.
No, it's still a guy.
Yeah, I know.
still-
I know. It
it's-
just
I
looks
Wait,
like
hate-
what?
a
I
woman.
hate-
The main character's not a girl?
No,
Oh.
it just looks like
I
a
hate
woman because of
Twitter.
his long hair. I mean, that is
Oh.
very womanly long hair, though. You can't
was-
blame
Yeah,
it.
like
Not
I
a
thought
woman.
the main character was a
Women
female.
Also,
No,
I guess
this
I was
a
wrong
guy.
also
about
this
that.
game is exclusive to Nintendo Switch, and
Yeah,
not
that
gonna
freaked
lie,
everybody out.
it looks really nice for a Switch
It does.
exclusive game.
Mm-hmm.
Looks really good.
I mean, to be fair, Shin Megami has always been a Nintendo Shin Megami itself has been a Nintendo exclusive for a really long time, to some degree, until they started releasing on other
Oh
platforms.
yeah, definitely. I'm just saying, just like the fact that it's only on Switch, it's like the graphics for the game don't look that bad. Like the monsters and stuff, they look decently well.
The premium editions have started getting listed for pre-order today, and they've been selling out. And somebody is already selling them for $550 a piece.
Yeah, I'm not getting a
At-
premium
God.
edition for this
Atlas
game. I'm just
them-
gonna buy it normally.
Atlas themselves came out and said that there's only gonna be limited quantities of it because they don't feel like
Yeah,
making
I'm
that
not.
many.
I mean, because I don't even know if Shin
So-
Megami Tensei 5 is gonna be that amazing of a Shin Megami Tensei game. So it's like, I'm just gonna buy it and try it out, and then because I don't want to buy it, I'm not buying premium editions for games I'm not sure I'm gonna like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, especially when they're fucking, they don't have available quantities of. Yeah, fuck that shit. I'm not about to do that. But yeah, it looks fun.
Shell out $500 for it now.
No,
Looks
like
fun.
yeah, somebody. No, the you know the funny thing about that is though, on Twitter, the guy that said it, the guy that quote retweeted saying, "I got 10 of them. DM me if you want. I'm selling for $550 a piece." Everybody started quote retweeting him and saying, "Wow, look at this asshole." Then he deleted his tweet immediately.
Tch.
You're gonna get robbed.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, it's crazy.
Yeah, you
But no,
don't
it
post.
looks
You
really
don't post about how you're.
You don't post about how you're scalping and then expect to be
like.
liked on
I
Twitter.
remember somebody did. I know
know,
somebody
like-
did that for a PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally got like doxed.
I'm selling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like-
I think I saw a tweet. Yeah, like that, where like he took a picture of like 20 PS5.
Yeah, I
he had,
did.
Like, they're all
See, but with
120,000
him-
apiece.
But with him, like he knew he was an asshole, so he kept fucking tweeting being an asshole. So I'm assuming the guy who deleted the tweet thought people were gonna like still like him and like
Yeah.
still think he was a cool dude. But it's like no one's gonna like you for being a scalper.
Yeah, don't publicly announce you're a scalper, bro.
No one's gonna be like, oh bro, thanks.
Thank
then
you
the-
for
buying
yeah,
upgrading
then
to
we jumped the bombshells coming out
dude. I
November
really
12th
needed
of
that.
this year.
Thanks for selling this for more than what
Oh,
it's
yeah.
worth.
Oh yeah, Shin Megami. Yeah, then another thing, fucking trying to bust Game Freak's balls. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is coming out November 12th, like a few days before Pokemon
Yeah.
Brilliant Diamond.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of angry that they didn't show Pokemon here. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm
I'm
not.
sorta
I
angry.
honestly,
I mean-
to be honest, I did not even care that they didn't show Pokemon.
I'm not angry. I'm worried.
Like I wasn't even
Yeah.
I wasn't even
But the
expecting
thing
it.
is, though, apparently reported leaks have said that it is like the graphics for it have improved drastically since the game first trailer that we got from the Pokemon Presents.
But see, that's my problem. If they've
They're saying
improved-
it this
but-
early.
but that's my problem. If the graphics have improved drastically, wouldn't that be something they'd want to show?
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Like the fact that they're
I
not
wouldn't be
showing it,
surprised if-
the fact they're not showing it worries me, and the fact that makes me feel like there's not much for them to show.
and it's a trust.
Also, how do people know about this right now? That's a weird thing to leak now, right?
Because apparently
I would
there's
think-
supposed to be
I would believe
Pokemon
it more.
Presents,
I would
coming in
believe
the
it.
next month or two.
I would believe it if they leaked it like a
I mean,
couple like. a
but
week before the
isn't
game came
to
out or
be fair,
something.
isn't Pokemon the thing that like gets leaked constantly? Like they don't protect that shit
Yeah.
at all. So I wouldn't be
No, they don't.
surprised if people already know that.
That too, though.
That
yeah.
shit
No,
gets, they don't
I
care.
forgot what the guy's
Personally,
name was, but
with
he got.
with
I was just gonna say he got the he leaked the DLCs for Sword and Shield and he got them both correct.
Yeah,
He got both the
that's what I was
DLCs
like,
correct. It's,
Pokemon
it's the
Yeah.
guy that leaked that.
Game Freak
so-
does not keep their information about Pokemon secret at all. Because
yeah, and
Game
then there
Freak
was
just
that guy
doesn't
that
care
I
anymore.
found on there was a guy that I found on 4chan where he like guessed all of like the gimmicks that they were gonna introduce and they were all correct.
Yeah, it might have been that
and
guy.
it was a
actually.
while before they even showed. It was when like the trailer for the starters was out, and that was the only thing we knew about Sword and Shield. And that leak came out, like listing all of these things that are gonna be in the game, and they were all right.
Graphics,
they showed them later.
I definitely agree, chat, that graphics aren't everything, but it's definitely something where if you're going to consider your game to be like this better version of the other game, then you best believe you should be expected to look better than
Yeah, I
what
mean,
you're
Yeah.
supposed to
So
be
I guess we're gonna
considered.
see whenever they do it the
Personally,
next.
with
Like
the
it's
next
kind of
Pokemon
like
Presents.
it's kind of like their exact problem with fucking Skyward Sword. It's like this entire port to the Switch didn't really change much, and they're expecting people to pay $60 full like they did a lot when all they did was upscale the game. Then
Yeah,
give me a
personally
Zelda
with,
amiibo.
Yeah,
which I have to buy
That's not
separately.
Yeah.
With the
I'm ex-
Pokemon game, I'm just like, I don't really mind that it looks. I
It's-
like how the
feel
game
li-
looks.
I
like
feel like
I'm the one guy
not-
who
I
like
f-
likes the game.
I feel
like how it looks.
I'm fine with the art style. I feel like you need to do more work though if you want to consider it an art style. They need to do more. Like I'm not offended by the art style change. I'm not like, oh, I never wanted to look so smooth. It's like it looks
because it's like
Looks bad for that art
'cause
style.
it's like,
yeah,
I'm not-
basically.
I'm not opposed to changes. They if they ever make changes, I'm not opposed to that because I've seen people make changes to the art style and it definitely looks better. But like currently as it stands, if the game kept that and if it looked like that the whole time, I would not mind because I think it looks good anyway.
It just feels like they went for an art style and gave up halfway through.
Yeah,
Like, it feels like they were like going for it and then they were like,
What
"Eh,
I
it's
don't like
done."
though. What I don't like though is how the overworld looks because they're making it too 1-to-1 where it's all grid like, but it's got like
It
it's
looks
got
like a
these like
toy.
yeah, they got
Everyone
these
looks
like
a
super
toy.
they got these
Yeah.
like super updated graphics, right? But like everything's still in like a grid kind of like formation, so like the flower beds don't look like flower beds. Like in X and Y, the flower beds, sure, they were like kind of square, but like they actually look like flower beds. The flower beds in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl don't even really look like flower beds. They just look like square flowers. I don't know. I don't like the tiling in that game. I don't like the placement of everything, how it's super 1-to-1. But that's basically all I don't really like about it.
I guess we'll just see when the next Pokemon Presents comes out if the graphics haven't changed, like people have been like the leakers have been saying.
We'll see what happens.
I think I also am not a big fan of it because I think because I was among these people too, where it was like a lot of people compared it to Link's Awakening remake when it first shown and was like, yeah, it looks like this, and I thought that too. And then I think a few days later, I went to look at the Link's Awakening remake again, and I was like, yeah, no, it doesn't look anything like Link's Awakening remake. It's like the Link's Awakening remake had lighting. It went for the art
its shadows
style,
are very bold.
and it still, I was like, it mastered the art style basically. It knew what art style it was going for, and it still made itself look really well. But
I just like
Pokemon just looks like they didn't finish it.
I just like when the lighting makes everything look really colorful. I really like that, and that's what that game has. The game doesn't look washed out. Don't laugh at me.
No,
The
no,
game
no,
doesn't-
no, I was laughing at something else. 'Cause you mentioned lighting, and that reminded me of Sonic Colors Ultimate, which wasn't at E3, and it reminded me of the lighting in that
That's
game.
right,
And
that's right.
that's been some controversy recently.
Yeah, I don't like it when colors are washed out. Like the game doesn't look like it's washed out at all. It looks extremely colorful, and I like how the lighting is very like orange and
I
it
don't
lights
like
up
how
everything and it
flabby
makes it
all
nice
the
and
models
colorful.
look. Like someone showed, they should have outlined the character models. They look
Yeah,
way
yeah,
too
outlined
that would be a
is a
nice thing
requirement.
if
They
they
need it
actually
outlined.
did do that.
They look
If they
gross.
release
if
the
they-
game without that outline,
Because
in
I
it,
did look at it again, and it just
flop.
kind of looks without the outline. It looks like they're blending too much into the
Yeah,
game.
It does.
It's a little jarring, but like, yeah, I wouldn't be I would really like that change, but if they don't do it, then whatever.
But because I'm a fucking dumbass for Pokemon, I'm probably gonna buy it anyway.
Of course, yeah.
But-
I'm
I already bought the 100.
I didn't even.
I'm a
I-
dumbass for
the only
Pokemon.
thing that I'm gonna do is I ain't pre-ordering it though. I'm putting my foot down
they'll
that
get
far.
my money.
I might
just
still-
easily.
I don't
I
even
might still
care
really wanna get
anymore.
money.
Although to be fair,
Yes, dude.
in
Yeah.
November, depending, I'll if I don't have money for Pokemon or Shin Megami Tensei 5, I'm picking Shin Megami Tensei 5.
What is it? I don't care if I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm biting the bullet. I just decided to get both of them because,
You.
like, again, I've told many
You're the
times.
problem.
this
You have-
podcast, I'm
you
new
literally
to
have-
Pokemon.
You
So-
literally have every
You're-
single
you're the
Pokemon game, every
problem.
single version on the
You're
3DS.
problem.
When you told me that you bought every single Pokemon game on the
Toast is part of the
3DS,
problem.
I was like, you don't even know if you like
He's-
these games yet, and
he's-
you bought all
He's
of them?
He's the reason.
Hey, I've
they-
played through X.
he's
I've
the
played through
reason they
Omega
still
Ruby
make
right
separate
now.
versions.
And I still
All
have
right,
to
what
play
if you
through
don't
it.
like Sun and Moon? What if you don't like Sun and Moon? Now you have 3 other games of the
I
same
hate Sword and
thing.
Shield, but yet I still played it.
Did you buy both versions?
Yes.
Oh my
this
lord.
man, he's part of the problem. He's
He
the
doesn't know when to
I
stop.
got both.
I'm not even
Donovan
like
Zashin.
that. I'm a crazy Pokemon person, and I would never buy the. I wouldn't ever voluntarily
like
buy
those, come
Ultra
on, man.
Sun.
I
Come
what is
on,
it?
man.
Holy crap!
I have all. I have Pokemon X, Y, Ruby, Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Sword,
He
Shield,
bought all of them.
and
Gotta
I've-
buy 'em all, Pokemon.
Toast, Toast!
why.
I swear to God, if you don't become a fucking shiny hunter for the rest of your life, you have wasted your money.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Gotta buy 'em all.
You need
gotta
to
buy
be
'em
you
all.
now that you
Toast
have every
actually
single
caught them all.
Pokemon game on the 3DS. You need
Monica, he's trying to catch them
And
all.
I have a Pokemon Limited Edition 2DS.
you need to become a shiny hunter now. You have to. You're obligated to.
Catch
Well,
'em,
like, I
catch
already
'em,
have
You
the
need
catch
to
shinies I
'em
put
like.
your
all.
time
Gotta
into
catch
that
'em all.
fucking
Pokemon.
games you bought.
You know, I see Elvis saying I'm an average Pokemon fan. This is my first ever Pokemon like
He
game.
isn't
Sword
an
Shield.
average. No, he's not an average Pokemon fan.
no,
He's
no,
worse.
Let me talk about Toast. He's not an average Pokemon fan. This is just what Toast does. It's like what he
No,
mentioned.
he's like a
it-
collector.
he's a collector person. So it's something where
He's
it's
the
like
average Pokemon
like you just
enjoyer.
heard you heard it. We've talked about this with him. You heard him earlier. He hasn't played really any Metroid games, but he still bought the collector's edition of Metroid Dread.
Yeah, what? He's never gonna play that game.
Yo, he might actually. Have you finished Final Fantasy VII Remake, Toast?
Yes.
Okay. So
He's
I'll come
lying.
Teach you.
I waited for the PS5 grade of edition. I told you guys in Henroll. I said I'm gonna wait for the PS5 and then I'll beat it. And guess what? It came out. I beat it.
Okay, I was about to
Yeah,
say
come back
because
now,
you
but
were
my
so
game-
behind on beating that fucking game, but
I still have to do the new shit though. But I mean,
I haven't even played the new shit because I don't have a PS5.
Wait, what happened? My internet died.
We're just talking about Toast buying every Pokemon game. We were actually
Bought every
we were-
goddamn
we
Pokemon
were
game.
actually just about to get back on the topic of the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Right.
We talked about we talked about Pokemon for way too long, which was something that wasn't
Yeah.
even at E3.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Pokemon
Yeah,
does this.
Yeah.
It came up because we're like Pokemon wasn't at E3, and then we started talking about it.
Well, no, we talked about because Shin Megami Tensei's release date was around Pokemon's. It's November
Yeah.
12th. Okay, so Danganronpa is coming to the Switch.
I'm excited for that.
Cool.
Apparently, that was like something a lot of people wanted for like
Yeah,
a
it's
while.
the Decadence. It's all the games. It's
A
every
lot of
single
people
game.
wanted that
Yeah.
game to come to the Switch for a while.
In the board game too.
Yeah, it comes with like isn't it like an exclusive board game? Like
No, it's already
it's not.
released.
Okay, it was on something else. Okay. Well,
That's cool.
Danganronpa's coming to the Switch. So that's cool for the people who play
I
Danganronpa.
bought
I still
that
need to
too.
play it.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Switch version's gonna be the way I experience it. It could be. Who knows?
I just have to tell chat real quick. If you don't build your backlog, you're doing it wrong.
Everybody keeps telling me to play it, and I keep being like, I'll play it on the channel at some point. So who knows? Maybe I'll use the Switch version since it's all of them for 60
Yeah, it's
bucks.
just a VN.
Yeah.
Sounds like the
It's
easiest
pretty
really
good
nice.
deal, honestly.
I think it's still up on I think it's still up on Amazon for like
Yeah.
$60
That's all I
or
was
something
like.
like
So
that.
I'll just. I mean, it's available later this year. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing it later this year, but. Then Fatal Frame got a remake of a game on the Wii U.
I'm gonna play that actually. I never heard like I
See?
only heard of
And
I
everyone,
never heard of Fatal Frame until like
till, like,
oddly enough I started playing
the
Smash
Smash
Brothers.
character.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always knew
Smash
about
is
Fatal
his
Frame because
stroke.
I always knew about Fatal Frame.
I have a Fatal Frame game on the PS2 and I've had it for like ever. Like I've had it for like a long ass
It's kind of a
time.
cool game, isn't it? It's
I've
kind
never
of
I've
had
known
it or
about
played
it.
it, but I just
Kind of
knew
a-
about it beforehand.
I didn't play it though because my mom told me that it was the scariest game in the world, so I didn't play it.
It's a Nintendo scary game. It's not that bad.
Wait, is it really not that scary? My mom said it was super scary and it was like the scariest game ever.
It has eerie moments. From what
Yeah.
I've been seeing,
It's,
but
it's like
it's
an
not.
atmosphere.
It's not like in your face horror. It's not like Outlast.
It's
or, like, anything.
psychological horror.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
Really?
atmosphere,
To some
psychological type.
degree.
I've been lied to my whole
Well, I
life.
mean, it's not that it's not.
I mean,
scary,
you see,
depending on
I
who
mean,
you
some of the
are.
ghosts are gonna be like, "Ooh, probably at you," but yeah.
Yeah.
Is TeamSpeak making people like suddenly loud for no reason for anyone else?
Oh,
it's
yeah, it's
when
an option. That's
yeah,
an
it's an
option. you have
option.
on. You have
When
to
other
turn it
people
off.
talk over each other, you have to like
Go to
they go
tools,
quieter.
options, and I think it's in capture, and I think it's echo reduction, ducking.
Something like
Ducking.
that.
You have to turn that off.
You better.
It's
duck,
already
boy.
off.
Oh, well, then I don't
Hold
know.
on.
Because
me
like
see.
sometimes zero just spikes in
Tools
volume.
Yeah, I
options.
I
know.
don't know
People
what
have
it
been
is then.
spiking and then going back to
Capture.
normal like immediately.
Doesn't happen for me, but
see,
Fatal
let me see.
Frame. Yeah, and you guys thought every single Wii U game was ported to the Switch. Nope, no more. They won't stop. They're gonna keep doing it. There's gonna keep
Find
being
'em.
more.
Oh yeah, then they did Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah, they showed a
What is
sizzle
it?
reel. The Doom Eternal DLC's coming out like what, a year late to the Switch.
Oh yeah, to the Switch.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 looks
It's
fine.
I think it's in tools option playback
Yeah, I'm
automatic
seeing
voice
automatic
volume leveling.
voice
Okay,
volume
that's what it
leveling. I'm
is.
turning
I
that
think
off.
that's what it
That's
is.
what it is. It's automatic voice leveling. They showed this game called Strange Brigade, which looks very bad, honestly.
Yeah.
This game looks like shit. And then they showed Mario and Rabbids again.
They
Of
talked
course,
about that
of
for
course,
like
they
a
have
couple
to.
minutes, like a
They
minute or
showed that, and then they put game footage not final, which made tons of people be like, oh, the another Smash character? And then they told us that the Orange Star Nation is under attack.
Yeah.
And it was actually Advance Wars.
Cool.
Fucking Advance Wars is back. I don't think anybody could have predicted that.
I don't get what is Advance Force? Am I
It's
bad for
it's
not
like-
knowing that?
it's the Fire Emblem before we got Fire Emblem, because it was made by
It's
Oh, yeah,
American
that-
Fire
that-
Emblem.
It was
Yeah,
made by
'cause-
Intelligent Systems to give to America because they were like, they're not gonna like Fire Emblem, so we'll give them a game that's around there that's up their alley. It's
That's
about
the
war.
meme. Yeah, Intelligent Systems dropped this for Fire
Yeah.
Emblem.
And
Yeah.
then
Isn't Fire Emblem also about war?
well, yeah, but it was it's like Japanese
It's
anime war.
anime
Yeah,
war.
Yeah, so they were like, they wouldn't
Oh.
like that. They would like this.
They
And
wouldn't
then
like anime
and
war.
then and then they released Fire Emblem, and then they saw how Fire Emblem was actually doing pretty well. So then they were like, all right, we'll just do. They kind of kept up with both of them for a bit. They didn't just like instantly kill Advance Wars, because they even had like a DS game. So they were kind of keeping up for a bit. And I think when and then both Fire Emblem and Advance Wars were kind of dying. And then they put all their they kind of put all their bets in Fire Emblem Awakening for the 3DS, and then that game got popular a lot. And then
Yeah, that game fucking.
Advance Wars just kind of died.
And then Advance Wars died.
And it was just known as that assist trophy in Smash Brothers that summons the tanks and army dudes.
I didn't even know it for that. I didn't even know it was like a game.
Yeah, Advance
Didn't
Wars
even know
has
of
been
its
an assist
existence.
trophy since Brawl.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're an assist trophy. They're like these little 8-bit dudes come out and like tanks come out
Yeah.
and shoot.
I
But
don't
yeah,
remember
it's a
that.
remake of Advance Wars 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch with online co-op. Not even Fire Emblem gives me that.
Not yet.
Damn.
I think it's because
Mm,
fighting
I mean,
someone.
it
I think it might be because fighting someone in Fire Emblem Online would be very boring. So you'd both just be stalling each other out. Be like, approach me. You approach me. You approach me. Approach me.
Yeah.
I mean, they did for Awakening.
For Fates.
For Faking.
It was Fates. It wasn't Awakening. It was Fates. And I don't think it barely. I think it like barely worked. But it's coming out December 3rd. Well, there's Nintendo's holiday games. I think their holiday game is still Pokemon, but like, yeah, it's Nintendo has a lot of things racked up for the month. I guess Advance Wars is the December game.
Yeah, I saw a tweet they made earlier today where they're like, these are all the releases that are coming out this year, and they like showed like a whole like they made like a whole list. It was just
Yeah,
a
they
bunch of
did.
shit.
Yeah.
There was no Breath of the Wild or Metroid Prime 4 anywhere.
Yeah, they showed that list, and fucking Dan tweeted about it and was like, Mario Golf, baby!
Yeah, DDLC was on it, and it looked
Yeah.
so weird.
He was like, Mario Golf, and then someone said, am I the only one who thinks that seeing DDLC next to Mario Golf in an official Nintendo tweet is hilarious? and,
God,
then,
look at-
It's so funny.
and then Dan quote tweeted it and said, first you swing the club, then you swing by the club.
I just
my
want to point out
God.
something about this.
What a
Just looking at the timestamps for the Nintendo Direct.
Dan is the average
They,
golf
they really
enjoyer.
just kind of blue ball everybody for a good solid like what is it 30 like 4 minutes until they showed the new Breath of the Wild. I
No,
just
no,
love
they
that.
had to talk about everything. Wait,
Yeah,
we'll get to that. So then afterwards, they switched it over to talk about the Age of Calamity expansion pass, Wave 1, which you literally knew nothing about until now, and it was coming out like what, the day after they?
Wait, no, we knew about it. They announced it like a long
we
time
didn't
ago.
know what was in it. We
Oh,
knew it
yeah,
was coming. And then they're like, okay, so what's in it now is you get to play as the Guardian.
Yeah, you can play as
Play as the
Guardian.
And Wink gets like these crazy ass like God of War
Yeah, no,
weapon
those
nunchucks.
are
This shit
sick,
looks cool.
Honestly.
He gets the Guardian arm nunchucks. That
Yeah, I want those in Breath of the Wild too, please.
I
Please.
still
And then-
haven't played the game yet.
And Zelda rides the Master Cycle as a weapon.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Secret are my master.
Okay,
cycle.
All right, next.
Yeah, it came out.
Okay,
It,
let's move
it-
on.
and it came out like
Die.
3 days after they said this. So that was kind of cool. I still need to play that expansion pass, honestly. But and then fucking man himself, Al Numa shows up and he's like, "Hello, I'm here to give news." And everybody's like, "Was he gonna talk about Breath of the Wild 2?" And then he's like, "You guys remember Skyward Sword HD?" And everyone's like, "Fuck." And then he's
Fuck.
like, and then yeah, this is the problem. This is what I'm talking about. He showed Skyward Sword HD. He mentioned nothing new about what Skyward Sword HD is going to be bringing, and just said that it sure is Skyward Sword on the Switch.
It's coming, yeah.
And it's like, did you guys not think to add anything to this? They're like,
I
nope.
guess people just wanted a port, and that was it. That's what they got.
That's not what people wanted, like, in the same vein as Wind Waker, you know, Twilight Princess. You know, Wind Waker, the game that...
It was already in. I guess it was already in such a painterly art style and new enough that they didn't.
But you could have
change it.
added game mechanics. That's because, like, Wind Waker literally fixed the game. They
Right,
made
yeah,
Good
it
new
did.
game mechanics. That would be less a
They
remaster, more of a
They
remake.
they fucking Wind Waker's is still called a fucking remaster, and they fucking fixed Triforce
Yeah, no,
Hunting.
that game's a
did.
fucking remake, dude. I don't
It's
know
a
why-
one
remaster. It's
understands
still
what a
it's still
remake
It's not a
considered-
remake.
It's still considered a remaster. They call it Wind Waker.
It's not a
HD.
remake because
Yeah.
it wasn't from the ground up.
Yeah.
It was edited in another engine.
Like, I think we just need to face it that they were lazy with Actually, we need to face what happened, because obviously it's kind of a cycle. Wind Waker HD, they put the most work into. Twilight Princess HD, you could kind of tell they weren't putting that much work into it. Skyward Sword, they physically did shit. They did nothing. Like, you could tell the pattern was starting to brew. And it's like, yeah, this pattern is terrible. They just kept doing the bare minimum every time, and now they're physically doing nothing.
It's okay because we have Game & Watch.
Yeah.
Legend of
Okay, to
Zelda
be
now.
fair,
Yeah.
that does look kind of cool. It has 3 Zelda games in it, and Link's
No,
Awakening.
it's not.
It does.
Link's
But-
Awakening is actually kind of a cool Zelda
But I
game.
hope you don't mind. You can't save.
Yeah.
or you just have to
bro,
keep playing.
you better beat Link's Awakening fucking that one
What,
turn,
you can't
bro.
save on the Game & Watch? Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a
Bro,
game
you,
and
bro,
watch.
bro,
Bro, they installed the save thing.
Yeah, I'm pre.
I'll say, can you save?
Wait. But aren't games on the
no.
SES thing?
what?
Yeah.
I don't think it's on the NES thing and the SES things, aren't they? I think are on the Switch. On the Switch.
Well, yeah, the whole point of this is to play it on the Game & Watch deal. This isn't like the point isn't to play Zelda 1 again. The point is to be able to play these on a Game & Watch.
Why I do that?
They literally did the same with Mario.
Why not?
They
Is the question.
It's
Mario.
it's literally just a novelty item. You're thinking too
Yeah.
much into this. It's just a
Yeah.
novelty item.
That's all it is.
It's just to be like, look,
Wait, that's
Why would
something.
you do
That's
that?
something a collector.
Why would you do that?
it's only
I mean, I was
it-
thinking that
it-
too,
it's only
but-
$50 too.
Oh, so
Yeah,
that's
50
60.
bucks.
I knew
I
it.
feel like that's cheaper than the Mario one. I could have sworn they made you pay more for Mario.
What the fuck?
How much was the Mario Game & Watch? I feel like it was
Why
more.
are the Game & Watches so expensive,
I
bro?
could have sworn the Mario one was like
It was
way
shouldn't
more
be.
money. Was it? No, it was also 50. Oh. Yeah, wait. This is better than the Mario one only had Mario 1 and Lost Levels for $50. Meanwhile, this has Zelda 1, 2, and Link's Awakening, and the actual Game & Watch game with Link's face on it, I guess. It gives you 4 games, and it's only $50. Like, oh no, they still did better than Mario did. It's cool, though.
And then now for the big
And then now Numa left, and that was it. Yeah, that's all he had to say.
Yep,
That's
nothing
all,
else.
that's all.
No, of course, yes. Nothing else happened.
And that's all he had to say. He said, "We're still working on Breath of the Wild 2," and he walked away.
No.
He got in his
Give
little
the
car.
people the real information
I'm
now.
not gonna lie, that's not gonna happen. That's not
And then
gonna
they showed
happen,
off
really.
the
I
sequel,
did too.
and
I
then
got
he was,
got.
and then he was like, "Here is the sequel to
They
Breath
gave us
of
a
the
gameplay
Wild 2."
teaser.
The sequel to Breath of the Wild 2? Man, they're already making
He
Breath
showed,
of the
yeah,
Wild
he showed
3.
us Breath of the Wild 3 and Knuckles.
Knuckles.
So from the trailer,
And
from the trailer, it became very apparent why they're making Skyward Sword HD.
Yeah, I know that. I
Yeah,
was about to
yeah.
mention
Yeah.
that. They ported over Skyward Sword for a reason.
Yeah.
They did not.
I mean, now if they could only put more work into it, is all I ask.
I don't
Like,
think
come
they
on
need to.
now.
It's gonna make people
And that-
choose Breath of the Wild 2 over Skyward Sword.
again, that's the other thing. If you're not gonna put that much work into it, just don't make me pay $60 for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, that's
just make it
Nintendo.
40
You
bucks.
can't
If it
do
was
Keep it
anything
only
with that.
if it was only 40, I wouldn't say shit. But
Yeah.
yeah, the game looks fun though. It was
A
funny.
lot of people like Zelda, or not Zelda, fucking Link long hair.
It was
a lot of people
it was
like-
funny. A lot of people didn't know
It's
that
a-
was Link. Some people thought that was Zelda.
They
Yeah, I
like
don't
they
think
like
that-
Link long
Some
hair. They
people
like
think
how
it's young Ganondorf, which I want to murder them.
Some
I mean, I
theories
saw
are
that.
getting
I
too
saw
crazy.
that. I saw
What?
that.
Pretty sure
do they
that's
fr-
Sonic.
Like,
Literally
are
just
they
Link
colored
without his
like-
ponytail.
No, no, no.
Chill.
Ganondorf is
like-
quite literally a black Gerudo man. How does that look like him at
Red
all?
hair.
Are they colorblind?
Yeah, like
I
how
don't
does that
know.
look like Ganon
How do
at
people
all?
think that?
I don't know.
He's in the sun too long.
and then a lot of
Also,
people like the Sheikah Slay arm.
also,
That's really
also, Lamau, you thought you were gonna play as Zelda?
Yeah.
Still don't know.
You want to play
Zelda
as
got
Zelda
fucking
in
eaten
Breath of
again,
the
time to
Wild
go
2?
I
Zelda.
swear, no, I swear to God,
No.
they put that in the trailer just because they saw everybody getting excited. They're like, okay, we gotta tell them. We gotta
You
kick
gotta
them.
tell him.
No, I'm gonna dock it here. I feel like it's interchangeable.
I feel like you're not gonna play as her. I feel like
The
there's nothing.
funniest-
I don't think we
'Cause
will.
We
the
can't
thing-
say anything until we get more info.
Because the point that I'm trying to make here is that it's like Nintendo's bad at hiding things. They would have said something about Zelda being playable. They're terrible at hiding
By
shit.
this time,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they would have made that a main feature for you to want to buy the game. Like they would have
Bruh,
definitely
I-
said it.
Me
We'll
and
put
a
an
lot of
after
people would have
later.
ate that shit up.
That's
if
what I'm
they had
saying.
said
They
from the
would have
get-go,
easily
you
have
could
already
play
showed
as
it.
Zelda. I
It's
would
like
have
the
pre-ordered this game a month ago.
The probably said an actual trailer when it comes out. The actual trailer and teaser.
You know, this was a gameplay teaser. They have yet to release like a full
I-
cinematic trailer.
But
later
yeah,
on.
Link lost his arm. It's the Sheikah Slate now. I
Yeah,
don't know if
He
he
fucking-
lost
he
it
went
or
through-
if he
he
just
went
got
through
it.
the floor on that one
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
fucking thing.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
some
know.
shit.
I don't know if he lost his arm or if he just got a Sheikah
I think his
Slate
arm just got
He's
messed up, and then
Yeah.
the
He
other
He just
arm
got a
fused into his
modified arm.
He's got a modified
Yeah, is it-
arm.
Because, like,
With like
there's a-
claws
there's a
on the end.
detail
Did you
in the
see that?
trailer
He has like
that-
claws on the end of his arm, on the
it's
like
not
his
claws, It's his
hand.
fingers. It's his fingernails. They're just long.
Why?
I
Because
mean,
it's been a while. I don't know.
Because arm aged like
I
50
mean,
years.
honestly, like the thing we saw Monica. But now that I'm looking at though, his long hair and and lack of arm does make him look like Edward Elric.
He does. It does.
I
It
saw,
totally
I saw
does.
this really cool art where it's just like boys in their
Yeah.
arms
Yeah, I
struggles
say
and
that's where I got the idea from when I saw that. And then I was like, then I saw that he had long hair. And I'm like, honestly, the long hair right now and the fucking
Yeah.
lack of arm really gives me those
Dude,
vibes.
Full Metal
Relax.
Alchemist got a game.
Oh, you
There's
got a
one-
game? It's been so long.
There's one neat
The lack
detail
of
in the trailer
arm.
that I don't know how many people picked up on. When Link's arm gets absorbed by the malice shit at the beginning, he's holding the Master Sword, and then for the rest of the trailer, he doesn't have the Master Sword. So Ganondorf
Bro,
has
they
the sword
fucking
now.
snatched it.
Yeah,
They
Ganondorf has
snatched
it.
it.
He has it now.
Bro, but let's talk about
Great.
let's talk about the big thing though. The Bokoblins are on top of the stone talus.
Ganon was like, hold on. Ganon was like, I'm tired of you sealing me away with this fucking thing. I'm taking it.
I definitely think also
How
the
do we find the
I definitely think the
talus now?
stasis has been improved in some weird way.
I
where
don't
you
think it's
can,
gonna
like,
be called stasis anymore.
yeah, or you don't have to hit it anymore because he like paused the ball and then it just got sent forward without him even having to hit it.
It's more of like a reversal
You
thing.
know
yeah,
what-
it's like it looks like it's like a reversal of time.
thing.
Yeah.
I like the part where you can become Ghost.
I'm
and
de-
just
I
go
also
through
like
shit.
everyone's saying I'm definitely thinking like time travel or
There's
something
a
has
big
a mechanic
theme on
here.
time and time
Yeah.
reversal, but
Yeah, exactly.
to have time
Dude.
travel or to not have time travel, that's the question. Because you zoom in on one part of the trailer, it's like there's some old windmills from the current game,
Yeah.
like that should not be there. It's like, is
There's
this
some
1000?
weird
I'm
stuff
scared
Well,
because
it doesn't-
I'm
it
scared
doesn't
because this is
need
what they say.
time
They
See
say
what
it's a,
happens.
they say it's gonna be the sequel, right? But then knowing how, like, we all thought Age of Calamity.
No,
was
there.
gonna be,
It physically can't be a prequel. They
Yeah, it
physically
physically
showed
cannot
Zelda.
be.
They physically showed Zelda
yeah.
and Link. If it's shorter, she wouldn't. There would be no way. Why would she have long hair later? in
But
Breath
you
of the
know,
Wild
somehow
1?
knowing the Zelda timeline,
No,
they're gonna
no,
fuck
no,
this up
no.
somehow.
Because you know why Age of Calamity did that? Because Age of Calamity was being made by Koei Tecmo, so it wasn't an
Yeah, that's true.
official sequel. So they wanted to do some weird bullshit. That's why.
Yeah.
That's like because, like, man,
It's
I'm
because
scared.
Age of Calamity was still technically a spin-off. That's why they had a bunch
Ooh.
of weird story stuff.
Here's a thought. what if Link can't use the Master Sword because his
his
arm was
hand.
literally infected by Malice?
That is
So,
his,
like,
that is
whenever
the hand
he
that he
touches
uses
the sword,
for.
it like stings him.
Yeah.
That is the hand he uses the sword for.
So he had to
Bro,
kick
but you see
that
this
shit
fucking
off of him.
flamethrower?
Are you? Is he like infused
With
with
hand
malice,
seal.
so he
He
can't
could
touch
be,
like
and
the
then
Master
like the
Sword?
bracelet thing is keeping it from spreading and killing him. Maybe.
Blade
Oh
of
my
Evil's
God.
Bane my ass. Yeah, what happens when the Bane takes the blade?
Yeah, the flamethrower thing. Some people think it's on his arm, but
It's
it's
on his
not.
other
It's on
arm.
his left
Yes,
arm.
it's on
It's
his
a
left
shield
arm.
attachment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an attack.
And they
Wait,
said basically they said basically what I was calling too. The game's not coming out till 2022. I basically
Yeah.
knew that. I was
God,
like,
I watch it.
I
watch
wasn't
it in
expecting it to
January.
come out this
they
year.
they showed nothing of this game the entire time this year to the point where I was like, yeah, there's no way it doesn't come out at 2022.
Yeah,
And if
COVID
it
really
is
fucked us in the ass. It
2022
could have come out this year if COVID wasn't.
and if it is 2022, I still don't know if it's gonna be that early. I feel like it's gonna be either
I don't-
mid or
it's
late
gonna be
2022.
hard.
Watch
I'm
it be
hoping
January.
for
Watch
March.
Yeah.
January just be filled with a bunch of games.
Watch it be fucking
Just
December.
January game.
It's December 31st, 2020.
December. Oh my
It's gonna
god,
be
no.
holiday
That'd be
2022.
horrible.
They should release it the same day that the first game came out, March 3rd.
You said just be January. I don't know.
March
You know,
3rd.
You know, I still believe in not thumb theory. This is that's Ganondorf from Twilight Princess. That's Twilight Princess Ganondorf.
I
just
just feel
kinda
I
believe
feel
that.
like I feel like everyone's
I still
probably
believe
upset that he isn't hydrated Ganondorf, but I'm saying we all just need to just reject hydrated Ganondorf and
If
embrace
there's time
bony
travel and we
Ganon.
go back, we might get
Bony
to see him in his
Ganon.
prime.
Embrace bony Ganon.
Bony
Bony
Ganon.
Bony Ganon is the best Ganon.
You don't have
Embrace
enough
him.
milk.
Yeah,
He
embrace
needs some
bony
milk.
Ganon.
Ganon when no milk.
Ganon when-
That should be the final Smash
Ganon
DLC
with no
character. It
milk.
should be Bony Ganon. Bony
Bony
Ganon.
Ganon.
It's a Fam Ganondorf. It's what's they call Bony Ganondorf.
Expand Bony Ganon. But yeah, that was Nintendo's conference. It was really good. They probably had the best one in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that definitely.
I mean,
like,
granted, the competition
Yeah.
wasn't that hard, but I feel like they.
sadly, Sony's not gonna be showing up for any more E3s because they're doing their fucking PlayStation. Now,
Yeah,
bullshit, whatever the
I
fuck.
feel like Nintendo
Or
won
State
by
of
Why
the
don't
time
they just do
showed
their
Metroid.
fucking PlayStation thing at E3? I don't understand.
I don't know.
'Cause it's Sony.
But I feel like it's like I feel like Nintendo won by the time they showed Metroid Dread, but yeah, Sony wasn't here, so that's them. But yeah, so far E3 was actually kind of disappointing to some degree. Like
Yeah.
it was good for Nintendo fans, but in terms of E3 overall, it was
It was eh.
It
Yeah.
was-
I like as Microsoft person.
Yeah, Microsoft had. It really felt like only Microsoft and Nintendo were trying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Microsoft and Nintendo kind of were.
They were the
carrying
Everyone
ones
else
really
were like,
trying.
yeah, we don't got nothing.
Yeah.
They were the
Nintendo
camels
wins
holding
by
all-
doing
they were
absolutely
the camels holding
nothing.
everything on their back.
If anything, Nintendo went a little harder than they needed to. Like I said, like
Yeah.
they could have just only like a lot of the games they showed, they easily could have they could have just won if they just showed Metroid Dread.
Yeah, honestly.
But I'm glad they did that. It was nice.
And then
Yeah.
Treehouse showed off a bunch.
It had a
3
little
hours of
something for
gameplay from
everyone.
A
everything.
little
Yeah.
something for everyone. All right, but okay, the Zcast sponsored ad gives a $2 to the donation, saying that's it for another Zcast episode. Overall, E3 was kind of lackluster, and Dan won. Dan did win E3. That is true. I forgot.
Dan won.
Dan won E3. Anyway, we're gonna go hide in our bunker until DDLC Plus releases. See you guys in 4 months for episode 5. This has been the Zcast. Bro, 4 months. You might be right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it 4 months last time?
I don't know.
Because
Hold
no,
on.
the last
saying
time
these
we
things.
did it was for
Was-
what was it?
It was
we
March.
had
I
we had
want to
catch
say
up
the
on-
last
we had to
time
catch up
we
on,
did.
I think
It was
we
3
had to
months.
catch up on 3
It was-
Smash
it was
characters.
3 months because it was March.
Yeah.
March was last. It was 3 months ago. That was the last Zcast. All right, well, 4 months was a good fucking. That's a good
Dang, they're pretty on point.
good round number.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
But yeah,
fun to talk about the new stuff.
yeah. Usually I don't do these because you usually wait for like news to actually happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have
Yeah,
nothing really happens.
things
nothing
we
really
can
to
talk about.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, that is it for the Zcast. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you everybody for watching live on Twitch. Thank you everybody for watching on YouTube. I appreciate it. And yeah, this has been Zero. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Audio.
Come on, guys.
I ghost masquerade.